Turning back now. It's going down. Get him blazed with the wave god, man.
Your boy DJ Lil King, you know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Letting
we
it play
live.
through
No,
real
I'm
quick.
messing with y'all.
Already, babe. What's good? What's good? It's your boy DJ Lil King. We in here with episode number 4 of Riding High Podcast, Riding High News, you know what I'm saying? Got my host, my boys up in the house today, you know what I'm saying? My co-host, homie Alex, you know what I'm saying?
What up, baby?
Daddy Creed's back up in here, you know what I'm
What's up with
saying?
it? What's up with it, fellas?
My
Ladies
dog
and
Droopy
gents.
M.
What's the deal? What's
Representing
the
that
deal?
TMP, man. We up in here, know what I'm saying? Man, we got a bunch of topics we gonna go over today, man. We got a bunch of topics we gonna go over today. I guess next we was talking about this a little bit before we went on air, so I guess we're gonna pick it up there, talking about why do people have hate for the Dallas Cowboys so much, man?
Fuck, dog.
Man, you know what? Say as a Dallas Cowboyan, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how they would say that.
Dallas
but,
Cowboy. Man, I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? You can't do nothing but, man. Look, bro. Man, we gonna tell y'all every year, bro. We going to the Super Bowl, man. We tell y'all this every year, man. And
For the past
get
20-some years.
disappointed,
Man, we're
and
just
we
tired
get
of hearing that
disappointed
shit.
every year.
We're
To
just
tell
tired
y'all
of hearing
when
that
the new
shit.
season come up, nigga, we them niggas, dog. You know what I'm saying? I hate that fucking shit too. I hate them motherfuckers too. You know what I'm saying? But being that I'm on this side, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, man, you know, right now I hate them motherfuckers too. You know what I'm saying? At this moment, you know what I'm saying? But you know when the season starts, fuck the world. Once again, we back at it. But shit.
Yeah, I was saying earlier, I think like a lot of people dislike. I don't even think they dislike the Dallas Cowboys as much as they like to see people miserable when Dallas loses. Does that make sense?
Yeah. There's some hater ass shit.
Say.
I think it's because of fans, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
I think it's
because of fans, dog.
Yeah,
Some real
man.
shit. 'Cause,
You know,
like,
but you
fans
know,
are wild, bro.
ain't gonna lie. With some people, man, it's all different type of shit. Because with some people, it's even deeper than that, man. You know, Jerry Jones has never hired a black head coach, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about people feel that shit.
Yeah.
There's some people that do. You know what I'm saying? It's a selective group out there. You know what I'm saying? You know they talk about it on the sports shows and shit. It's a selective group of people out there. You know what I'm saying? That that feel that shit. You know what I'm saying? And feel that type of way. You know what I'm
real
saying?
shit.
Like it's guys out there presently. You know what I'm saying? And been out there and they feel like it's certain black head coaches that they continue to hire that they try to use them as like, okay, we still got them around. You know what I'm saying?
like that Rooney Rule that they basically have now, where you have to interview a minority candidate for the job.
And the thing about it, you know what I'm saying? All you got to do is just interview them. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just as long as you got the interview.
Yeah.
That's all that
And this
matters,
nigga
yeah.
Jerry Jones might interview a motherfucker that goddamn study film. No, I'm just joking, but you know what I'm saying? That's how you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
Real
You know?
shit. I feel you on that, dog.
But shit, I was fucking with that star before his bitch ass got there. You know what I'm
Shit,
saying?
all of us were, man. I think, man, look, man, we're from Texas, dog. Like, having that data star, man, it's like it's as common as the fucking Texas flag, bro. You know what I'm saying?
But growing up, and I was talking to somebody about this the other day. Like growing up, I remember being like maybe like 7 years old. My brother was like 5, and my peoples went to Payless to go buy us some shoes. And my brother got the Dallas Cowboys shoes, but since they didn't have the Dallas Cowboys shoes in my size, I got the San Francisco 49ers shoes.
Oh, yeah.
So almost from that point on, I was like a San Francisco fan until basically I got older, and then I realized like, because even whenever Dallas and San Francisco like played in like 9-2, 9-3, and like 9-4, man, I was going for San Francisco. I'd be lying if I was to say I was going for Dallas. I was going for San Francisco. It wasn't until I got older that I realized maybe the meaning of cheering for the home state team or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But as a kid, it was just, I think a lot of kids, you get that jersey or get that hoodie or something, and just you start to like that team just because somebody may have bought something of that team for you type shit.
Hey, that's how it was with the Eagles, dog. On some real shit, dog. Hey, dude, whenever Donovan McNabb was a quarterback.
Yeah.
Hey, cause check this out, cause my first name is Donovan, dog. That's the first time I've ever heard anybody, dog, have that name. So I was like, I'm an automatic fan, dog. The dude, dog. You know what I'm saying? It was the same way, dog, with him, dog. And that dude was bad though too, dog.
Yeah, he was.
But
He was actually a good fucking quarterback.
I ain't gonna even lie. That's how it was about the Bulls. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the first 2 championships, the Jordan era. You know what I'm saying? When Mike retired that second time, I really quit. Not necessarily quit watching basketball, but that's when I started going for Texas teams. You know what I'm saying? That's when it was either. You know, I didn't care if it was San Antonio, Houston, or the Mavericks. As long as any one of them do it, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to ride it out with them. But if they're playing, that's who I'm going to be watching on TV. I'm not going to be watching nobody else like that. It's crazy because even though I've liked players on that team, I've never been a Lakers fan. You know what I'm saying? From a kid, it started with the Sixers, then the Celtics, and then when that dude came in, from him, you know what I'm saying? When that dude came in, it was from him. You know what I'm saying? So, just for me, it's just I'm from Texas, and that's what I'm gonna ride with. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, on some real shit.
Houston, them goddamn Texans gotta give a nigga a headache. I don't watch them like
I don't either, man. I don't.
Give me a headache. You know what I'm saying? Because
You a fan of the Oilers too?
Hell yeah. My daddy was an Oilers fan, so that's how I was an Oilers fan for damn sure.
Hey, when I played Pee Wee football, that was my first team I ever
Warren
played
Moon,
for.
goddamn. Haywood Jeffries,
Oilers,
Ernest
man.
Giving,
Bad,
goddamn
bro.
Lorenzo White,
goddamn right.
Drew Hill.
Shit. I was standing at La Mata with my sister when that team was put together. Chris Duncan.
Curtis Duncan. Yeah.
Curtis Duncan.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Shit, nigga.
Already, man. We're going to move on to a more serious topic. You know what I'm saying? Was it last week? I want to say it was this last week or this past week that 5 Memphis officers were fired for killing or allegedly killing Tyre Nichols in a traffic stop that basically went overboard. Did anybody get to see that video, hear about that one?
Nah, I haven't. I don't know about that.
I read it, man. I ain't even want to look at the video. I don't even.
They haven't released the actual video yet.
They didn't release the video yet. But
5 Memphis police officers have been fired following the death of a man during a traffic stop. They are accused of violating policies, using excessive force, and failing to render aid. On January 7th, Tyre Nichols was taken into custody. His family says he was brutally beaten by officers during his arrest and died 3 days later. The news sparked protests at the National Civil Rights Museum on Martin Luther King Jr. holiday. Hello, I'm Stephanie Skurlock. Greg is off tonight. Those officers now face serious charges, and the police department and district attorney are promising to prosecute. Tonight, Memphis Police Chief C.J. Davis released a statement saying the Memphis Police Department is committed to protecting and defending the rights of every citizen in our city. The egregious nature of this incident is not a reflection of the good work that our officers perform with integrity every day. District Attorney Steve Mulroy said that he is asking for patience during the investigation, saying, I don't take situations like this lightly, and I believe firmly in transparency. I ask for your patience as we gather all necessary information so that we don't compromise the investigation or any possible future prosecution. Our WRED's Ashley Paul has been following this case since it broke, and she joins us live downtown with reaction from city and community leaders. Ashley, what are they saying?
Yeah, Stephanie. Well, tonight we finally have some of those answers we've been waiting for almost 2 weeks. 5 Memphis police officers losing their jobs over violations in the case of Tyre Nichols. Tonight we spoke with friends and advocates, though, who say this is just the beginning.
No matter what color.
Excessive use of force, duty to intervene, duty to render aid. The violations are hard to hear for close family friends like Angelina Paxton, but she says this is a good first step to bring justice to Tyre Nichols.
I was very happy to hear that these kinds of people will no longer be the men and women, but in this case, the men that are sworn to protect us. I was very happy to hear that they swiftly got rid of that problem.
Paxton says the last 2 weeks have been difficult, but today's announcement just goes to show we need reform in law enforcement.
This was a very valuable lesson in that it doesn't matter what color our officers are, there is a problem systematically.
Josh Spickler with Just City, which focuses on accountability and advocacy within Memphis, agrees. He says it's critical the Memphis Police Department is transparent. He says so far that has not been the case.
If I were accused of murdering someone, my face would have been on your television station a week ago. Everything that you could find out about me and my past would have been on your television station a week ago. These police officers have, until just now, tonight, not been identified. We've still not seen any video of this incident. We still don't know anything more than there was a confrontation, right? 2 confrontations.
And while these are good first steps, they say they're just that, first steps. And they say these men need to be held accountable to the fullest extent of the law.
And that I really hope that my friend's life ended for something amazing to begin. I hope this is the beginning of change, real change, not the change that they promised us for years and years, and it takes generations to come. No, I hope this brings reform specifically to the city of Memphis.
Now, just to be clear, these are employment violations. Right now, no criminal charges have been filed. If they do come, they'll come from the Shelby County District Attorney once the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation wraps up their investigation. For now, reporting live downtown, I'm Ashley Paul, WREG News, Channel 3.
All right, thank you, Ashley. WREG checked each officer's background and found no infractions against any of them until now. Officer Desmond Miles Jr. was hired in March of 2017. He's been on the force for a little less than 6 years. Officers Emmett Martin and Justin Smith both started in March of 2018, giving them just under 5 years in uniform. And officers Tadarius Bean and Demetrius Haley were hired August of 2020. That's about 2.5 years on the police force. Well, investigators have video of the arrest, but they say it will not be made public until the family of Tyre Nichols sees it first. The family has hired civil rights attorney Ben Crump to represent them. Crump says he will hold a news conference Monday afternoon with the family here in Memphis, and we will be there to cover it. Crump released the statement tonight. We join Tyre's family in supporting the department's decision to terminate the 5 officers who brutalized him. This is the first step towards achieving justice for Tyre and his family. You want to stay with News Channel 3 for continuing coverage as we work to learn more about.
Let's move on to this with his other Daddy Cree, like he rapping shit. Drew be rapping his shit. Rapper Big Fizzle calls himself getting mad and talking shit, calling Mike Jones a bitch and all this shit because he dropped a single called Fofos, which was basically sampling Mike Jones Still Tipping, and basically Mike Jones ends up sitting in a cease and desist letter to Homie, and he has to pull off the song, and then he jumps on Instagram and basically starts talking all kinds of shit to Mike Jones.
You know what?
What?
The song live. I ain't gonna even lie.
Oh, really?
I ain't gonna lie. The song, hell yeah, that bitch live. Them 2 niggas on that bitch, they rock that hoe. But this the thing is business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
if you're gonna get paid off the sample, if you're gonna get paid, you know what I'm saying? You can, and I'm talking about not the concert. You know what I'm saying?
So
going to the show and doing this. Not
exactly.
going.
Mike Jones wants that money.
Not going to the show. I'm not.
I mean, I understand.
They want
that.
the royalties
That's
off
his
of
shit.
it.
Yeah, listen to what I'm saying.
Why does that dude gotta get mad though?
Well, he should have paid Mike to clear the sample, basically.
Look,
Oh yeah.
Go ahead, Creek. Go ahead.
Look, what I'm saying is not to go to the show. You know what I'm saying? Like, say you book me, I can go do the show and do the song and make some money. You know what I'm saying? But to get paid off the YouTube, to monetize it and all that, you know what I'm saying?
Mike Jones, you a hoe for making my nigga shit get deleted, nigga, with your broke ass, nigga.
The real kickback drop falls, nigga. Oh, broke bitch.
Kickback drop falls, nigga. Mike Jones, you a hoe for making my nigga shit get deleted, nigga, with your broke ass, nigga.
The real kickback drop falls, nigga. Oh, broke bitch.
Kickback drop
From what I heard,
falls,
he didn't
nigga.
even like reach out to him.
Mike Jones.
He just
Mike Jones, you a hoe for making my nigga shit get deleted, nigga, with your broke ass, nigga.
The real kickback drop fold, nigga. Oh, broke bitch.
Kickback drop fold, nigga. Mike Jones, you a hoe for making my nigga shit get deleted, nigga, with your broke ass, nigga.
The real kickback drop fold, nigga. Oh, broke bitch.
Kickback drop fold, nigga. Mike Jones, you a hoe for making my nigga shit get deleted, nigga, with your broke ass, nigga.
The real kickback drop fold, nigga. Oh, broke bitch.
Kickback drop fold, nigga. Mike Jones.
Chicken too. You know what I'm saying? That's only fair.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's only fair. Yeah.
So Droop, how do you feel about that? Like, say you dropped the song maybe 5 years ago, but now all of a sudden there's somebody else samples it without reaching out to you, and this song is basically gaining traction. Are you just gonna let it ride as if homies paying homage, or do you feel like you be owed a check?
Me personally, though, it depends on how. If that song didn't do nothing for me though at one time, you know what I'm saying? Like say, because we got like artists, we got our hits and then we got our B-side shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so like if it was like something like a B-side, I wouldn't really trip too much, dog. You know what I'm saying? But if it was something that I was making money off of, dude, that I know makes money, like. Okay, like say like right now, someone would have sampled Fuego, dog.
To me, this shit clearly looks like homeboy just tried to cut the corners of paying the
I would want my
the sampling
I would want my chicken for that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I would want to get paid for that. Fuck yeah, dog. You know what I'm saying? Anybody would, bro. I mean, shit, that's my shit.
It's only right though, man. It's only right though, man. You can't. The South don't come for free, dog. You know what I'm saying? It don't come for free, but I you know. Well, maybe that nigga sincere like, man, I'm paying homage, you know what I'm saying? You know how I go down sometimes.
Yeah. Alrighty, man. Let's get into the Shannon Sharpe altercation at the Lakers-GRIZZLIES game. If I ain't mistaken, what happened? What he got it? Did he give it to it with Steven Adams first, and then John Morant and them stepped up, and then his daddy came from the sideline or something like that?
Told that boy he was
So what happened?
Told that boy that he was too small to be trying to
Yeah.
play.
He told one homie he was too small to be guarding LeBron.
He said you don't want this smoke or something like that. Yeah.
Told him fuck you.
Yeah, damn.
You know 49. And hi again, everyone, with Mark Jackson, Mike Breen on hand. We'll check in with Malika in just a moment. Never a dull moment in the NBA, because after the buzzer sounded, there was a little bit of an incident here courtside at the Crypto.com arena. Dylan Brooks was having words with Shannon Sharpe, Hall of Famer and broadcast.
Hey, man, at the same time, too, man, that's, you know how it is on the court. Same way it is on the field.
And you see Steven Adams comes over to protect his guy along with the supporting cast, and then Shannon Sharpe still talking, and T. Morant, John Morant's dad, comes over. Had an opportunity to talk to T. Morant. He said, my blood pressure didn't go up a bit. Nothing but love and respect for Shannon Sharpe. It's a bunch of guys talking a bunch of trash.
Show that man some respect, bro.
And just silly. I mean, for it to get like that here at an NBA game. Apologize for a little technical difficulties. So,
thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.
49. And hi again, everyone, with Mark Jackson, Mike Breen on hand. We'll check in with Malika in just a moment. Never a dull moment in the NBA, because after the buzzer sounded, there was a little bit of an incident here courtside at the Crypto.com arena. Dylan Brooks was having words with Shannon Sharpe, Hall of Famer and broadcaster. And you see Steven Adams comes over to protect his guy along with the supporting cast, and then Shannon Sharpe still talking, and T. Morant, John Morant's dad, comes over. Had an opportunity to talk to T. Morant, and he said, my blood pressure didn't go up a bit. Nothing but love and respect for Shannon Sharpe. It's a bunch of guys talking a bunch of trash. Just silly. I mean, for it to get like that here at an NBA game. Apologize for a little technical difficulties. So,
thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.
49.
That's who he was looking at. Okay.
And hi again, everyone, with Mark Jackson, Mike Breen on hand. We'll check in with Malika in just a moment. Never a dull moment in the NBA, because after the buzzer sounded, there was a little bit of an incident here courtside at the Crypto.com arena. Dylan Brooks was having words with Shannon Sharpe, Hall of Famer and broadcast.
And that's when they was all on social media. Basically, said he didn't
That guy right there. He was ready.
Okay, look.
And you see
That's
Steven Adams.
Aquaman, dog.
He's like one of the strongest
Aquaman.
dudes, if not the strongest dude in the league.
Okay, yeah,
I
that's
believe
what
it.
they say. But if if that
But
nigga
Shannon
really,
ain't no joke either.
Look, if that nigga really wanted to do something, he had the littlest man on the court holding him back.
Well, that's what they say too. When it comes to fights in the NBA, it's always just a whole bunch of hold me back.
That's the littlest man on the court. And he 9'9".
I mean, but he might be on some.
Man, look.
I might just get kicked out the country for this shit too.
Shit, way better sit his ass down.
That's why he didn't do nothing. He thought twice about it.
If anything, go to the county. Shannon gonna go to the county. You know what I'm saying? He's only gonna go to the county and come home.
Yeah.
Who is that right there holding Shannon on the right?
That's probably just like some security personnel and shit.
This guy, along with the supporting cast, and then Shannon Sharpe still talking, and T. Morant, John Morant's dad, comes over. Had an opportunity to talk to T. Morant, and he said, my blood pressure didn't go up a bit. Nothing but love and respect for Shannon Sharpe. So a bunch of guys talking a bunch of trash.
And just silly. I mean, for it to get like that here at an NBA game, apologize for a little technical difficulties. So,
thanks for watching ESPN.
Them different type of words, bro. You know what I'm saying? Nigga say fuck you, nigga. Fuck you, nigga. What the fuck is you talking about? Shit, come tell me into my face, bitch. Come over and tell me in my face, nigga. If it's really fuck me, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, for real,
shit,
bro.
you know. If I if I had 2 feet, I'd tell a nigga tell me fuck me, you gonna have to get this work too, shit.
Yeah. It was that one right there. The third one.
Bigger than me with that hammer.
At the bottom. Yeah, right there. The next one. Yeah. Alrighty, we're gonna move on to the next topic. It's a video that's recently resurfacing on the internet. If I'm mistaken, I want to
tell you to go bless you. Here you go. You said you wanted $2. You got to change too. You can have it, man. Happy New Year, man.
Goddamn change, nigga. Motherfucker.
Let me go throw my motherfucking change back. Tell you to go bless you. Here you go. You said you wanted $2. You got to change too. You can have it, man. Happy New Year, man.
Goddamn change, nigga. Motherfucker.
Let me go throw my motherfucking change back. Tell you to go bless you. Here you go. You said you wanted $2. You got to change too. You can have it, man. Happy New Year, man.
Goddamn change, nigga. Motherfucker.
Let me go throw my motherfucking change back. Tell you to go bless you. Here you go. You said you wanted $2. You got to change too. You can have it, man. Happy New Year, man.
Goddamn change, nigga. Motherfucker.
Let me go throw my motherfucking change back. Tell you to go bless you. Here you go. You said you wanted $2. You got to change too. You can have it, man. Happy New Year, man.
Goddamn change, nigga. Motherfucker.
Let me go throw my motherfucking change back. Tell you to go bless you. Here you go. You said you wanted $2. You got to change too. You can have it, man. Happy New Year, man.
Goddamn change, nigga. Motherfucker.
Let me go throw my motherfucking change back. Tell you to go bless you. Here you go. You said you wanted $2. You got to change too. You can have it, man. Happy New Year, man.
Goddamn change, nigga. Motherfucker.
Let me go throw my motherfucking change back. Tell you to go bless you. Here you go. You said you wanted $2. You got to change too. You can have it, man. Happy New Year, man.
Goddamn change, nigga. Motherfucker.
Let me go throw my motherfucking change back. Tell you to go bless you. Here you go. You said you wanted $2. You got to change too. You can have it, man. Happy New Year, man.
Goddamn change, nigga. Motherfucker.
Let me go throw my motherfucking change back. Tell you to go bless you. Here you go. You said you wanted $2. You got to change too. You can have it, man. Happy New Year, man.
Goddamn change, nigga.
Baby, gonna throw my motherfucking change back. Told y'all to go bless you. Here you go. You said you wanted a couple dollars. You got a change too. You can have it, man. Happy New Year, man.
Goddamn change, nigga.
Baby, gonna throw my motherfucking change back. Told y'all to go bless you. Here you go. You said you wanted a couple dollars. You got a change too. You can have it, man. Happy New Year, man.
Goddamn change, nigga. Motherfucker.
Baby, gonna throw my motherfucking change back. Told y'all to go bless you. Here you go. You said you wanted a couple dollars. You got a change too. You can have it, man. Happy New Year, man.
Goddamn change, nigga. Motherfucker.
Baby, gonna throw my motherfucking change back. Told y'all to go bless you. Here you go. You said you wanted a couple dollars. You got a change too. You can have it, man. Happy New Year, man.
Goddamn change, nigga. Motherfucker.
Baby, gonna throw my motherfucking change back. Told y'all to go bless you. Here you go. You said you wanted a couple dollars. You got a change too. You can have it, man. Happy New Year, man.
Goddamn change, nigga. Motherfucker.
Baby, gonna throw my motherfucking change back. Told y'all to go bless you. Here you go. You said you wanted a couple dollars. You got a change too. You can have it, man. Happy New Year, man.
Goddamn change, nigga. Motherfucker.
Baby, gonna throw my motherfucking change back. Told y'all to go bless you. Here you go. You said you wanted a couple dollars. You got a change too. You can have it, man. Happy New Year, man.
Goddamn change, nigga. Motherfucker.
Baby, gonna throw my motherfucking change back. Told y'all to go bless you. Here you go. You said you wanted a couple dollars. You got a change too. You can have it, man. Happy New Year, man.
Goddamn change, nigga. Motherfucker.
Baby, gonna throw my motherfucking change back. Told y'all to go bless you. Here you go. You said you wanted a couple dollars. You got a change too. You can have it, man. Happy New Year, man.
Goddamn change, nigga. Motherfucker.
Baby, gonna throw my motherfucking change back. Told y'all to go bless you. Here you go. You said you wanted a couple dollars. You got a change too. You can have it, man. Happy New Year, man.
Goddamn change, nigga. Motherfucker.
Baby, gonna throw my motherfucking change back. Told y'all to go bless you. Here you go. You said you wanted a couple dollars. You got a change too.
It make it look crazy, don't it? No, for real. That shit that was crazy. Mexican dude.
Already, man. I wanna it was saw on Facebook the other day at the Old Paradise Bay. I want to say it's called like Capspian Apartments or some shit. Now they were having like like some type of event to attract new renters, and there were like a lot of people in the comments basically said, no matter what y'all do, that's always still Paradise Bay. And How do y'all feel like about shit like that? Like once apartments or a home have a bad reputation, is that reputation stuck with them forever?
Yeah, because isn't Cliff Moss
Whispering Marine?
Cliff Moss the same way. Cliff Moss the same. I still call that place Cliff Moss, bro.
Right. I tell everybody too.
Hell yeah.
Waygar Street right across from
Paradise Bay is always gonna be fucking ghetto ass shit.
Ain't nothing
still gonna be
change.
fucking violence going on, whatever the fuck goes on.
Still be thugging and all that shit.
Yeah, it's still Paradise Bay.
Nigga, this
hey, so what do they have over there though?
This city is what it is. Just keep building this new shit.
They're just painting it, changing the color.
Just keep building this.
Yeah,
new
they like
shit.
they like change the color.
Change
shit.
the rules when you get to the new shit.
Same on the inside for the
basically
past
the
20
event
years.
that they had was like that Dinosaurs Live, to where they had like the little dinosaurs out there like for the kids and shit like that. It was basically like an event to attract new goddamn renters and shit. You know what I'm saying? But the shit just. I was reading the comments and people were just basically just saying like, no matter what y'all do, that's still gonna always be Paradise Paradise Bay and
man,
shit.
that's why I say a lot, man. You know,
It is,
motherfuckers say what they want to about Corpus, but these motherfuckers here got jokes, boy. These motherfuckers in Corpus Christi got jokes, man. Say, boy, we be on each other's ass. Mexicans, whites, blacks, say, you don't care what comments you go into, bro. Say, I don't care, boy. You will get your ass roasted by a Mexican. You get your ass roasted by a white girl or white boy. You get your ass roasted by. Nigga say, man.
A motherfucker with a Kermit the Frog profile picture.
Say, boy, say, boy, Corpus petty than a motherfucker, man.
Hell yeah.
The last thing we needed was any kind of social media up in this motherfucker, man.
Hell yeah.
Say, man. Say, man. Say, the worst ones is when a motherfucker get caught up and chased by the police or shot or some shit like that by the police or done. Man, look, boy.
Hey, remember that one girl like coming from Cal Island? That girl, she was like, "Oh yeah, thinking she's all badass."
Oh, that Marissa Cooper shit.
Yeah,
I don't really remember. I remember the story.
The little girl thought she was badass.
Oh yeah, because she thought once she left the jurisdiction that the laws didn't have the jurisdiction to get her. She thought that state troopers could basically.
Oh, they wrecked, right?
Right off of coming off Omaha. Yeah, coming off of goddamn it. Navigation.
She was saying like the cops are gonna stop chasing them, dog, because they're in a different jurisdiction. And I'm like, you stupid little girl.
Hell yeah, man.
And she heard that from somewhere, man.
Yep.
That bitch was watching Smokey and the Bandit.
Like a motherfucker.
Idiot.
Right? I want to bring a topic back that we was talking about last week and shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't put it out there. Nah.
I got a remix to that shit and everything.
No,
you know how they do that now.
I remember. Hey, we'll add it to the comments. We'll add his remix to the comments later on, man, because I forgot he did something.
I had
like
homie chop up all her fucking vocals and voices from that shit. He put a beat behind that hoe. Everybody was eating off that bitch. I ain't gonna lie. We even fucking tagged this. Said any money that went to it for the streams was going straight to bail her out. Till this day, that's still what it says on the YouTube link.
God damn. Oh shit. We were talking about a subject last week that I want to bring back a little bit. We were talking about being relevant as an artist and what is considered relevant. Because what some people were going off on Facebook, huh, Freak?
Consistency.
The consistency you talking about?
Consistency, bro.
Yeah, about the
It's the consistency of it.
That's
what we were getting into. Like how often do you need a drop in order to be considered consistent?
Yeah, for sure.
In this day and age, you got to drop single supposedly.
Nah.
But then I brought up J. Cole as an example.
Look at Kendrick.
Who drops every 2 years. Well, I'm gonna go with J. Cole because we know for a fact that it was 2 years.
Yeah. Okay.
Every 2 years he dropped. But in those 2 years, people stayed impatiently waiting, but never said that he fell off.
Yeah.
Never said
That's
he was
what
done.
yeah.
Not once. And probably the same with Kendrick. I'm not taking away from him, but I'm just going by.
J. Cole's like top 3.
And basically, I want to say last week we said, so if a rapper basically dropped like 100 music videos in 2020, in 2021, is he expected to drop, if he only drops 5 music videos in 2021, did he fall off?
Nope.
Or did he set the bar too high for himself by dropping 100 videos in 2020?
You're talking about content dropping, not quality of the content.
Hey, thank you.
Yes.
Because I was going to say Gorilla Zoe, do y'all remember when he did 28 mixtapes in 28 days?
No.
This was like mid-2000, between 2000 and 2010. For 30 days on datpiff.com, he dropped all fucking a mixtape a day. And it was like maybe 6 songs, 7 songs, 8 maybe most on each mixtape. But period. Every fucking day, without a doubt, he dropped.
Already.
Now, after that month, if he doesn't do the same, is he considered no longer consistent?
Already.
You know
Check
what I'm
this
saying?
out. Check this out. I'd rather have 5 songs that bang than 4 fucking thousand songs.
Goddamn right.
I'd rather have 5 songs that you remember to the end of motherfucking time than 1,000 fucking songs, my nigga.
That's what I was gonna say, because some songs hit, and then they're still badass in like the next.
If you gave me 5
4 or 5
videos,
years, you know what I mean?
And all 5 of them songs is on the radio, bro, or 3 of them songs on the radio, and that dude dropped 1,000 songs and only 2 or 3 are on the radio. Fuck that shit.
Well, see, I hate to piggyback.
You know what
We're
I'm
going to
saying?
end up piggybacking so much on Ian Dior, and it's not even on purpose.
Here
But
we
that
go.
was how the conversation went because Bell had said that he had his what is the shit?
His
EPK?
business and music together. Yeah.
Okay, that he had that shit, and he said, you know, that he had his business right. And old dude who responded was like, yeah, but where is he now? And I'm like, goddamn, like how fast you got to be? Last year he was on the Billboard twice.
Yeah,
twice.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? Like, so, you know, it's.
And the thing about it, look.
Well, you know,
that was just a hater thing to say, dog. That's all that shit was.
He probably came from a hater mentality.
That's all it was, dog. Just a hater fucking comment.
I'm gonna tell
you gotta understand that.
No, but there is no.
Because that fool would never tell Ian Dor that to his face.
But when people spit shit like that, dog, it's because you know what it is, bro.
And part
you
of
know
that consistency too, dog. I tell everybody when it comes to Corpus Christi and this rap shit, me telling you that you good or telling him that you nice means nothing, bro.
Yeah.
It means nothing, bro. Me telling you that DJ King, one of the best DJs in the city, bro, it means nothing, man.
Facts. Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I need somebody in Houston to say that shit. I need somebody in Dallas to say that shit. Nigga. I need somebody in Louisiana to say that shit.
Facts.
You dig what I'm saying? So long as niggas is sitting here battling for who's the best in the fucking city, nigga, fuck y'all. I'm telling y'all wasting y'all motherfucking talent, man. Y'all worry about Corpus Christi, bro. Real shit. Nigga, perfect examples, nigga. I'm still here. Look, I'm 50. Still here.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you what you got to do is leave.
Yeah.
If you feel you that good, nigga, stack your motherfucking money.
A lot of people are stuck,
and
feel
leave.
like they're stuck here when they really ain't.
It's just a comfort zone, bro.
Or communicate with the people outside the city,
because it's so much easier here than like. What are they scared of? You know what I'm saying?
Because like you say it's easier to get on a show at the bridge or anywhere else than it is to try to reach out to somebody in Houston or Austin.
We're 400,000 people.
Niggas,
like you said, we're 400,000 people.
DJ King thinks I'm dope.
Yeah.
Niggas is cool with that.
Facts. Yeah.
Niggas is cool with Freak saying I'm live.
Yeah.
That's the standard for them.
Yeah.
It should be. Nah,
but that's my homeboy.
But on the real though, I say that a lot too. Is that like people they let that shit get to their head, and now all of a sudden they're Lil Wayne stardom, Drake stardom, but we all local as fuck. That's why I posted that the other day. You know what I mean? Because it's still some of us are still in the same spots, doing the same different type of shit. It might seem like it's elevated, but it's just elevated content. You know what I mean? We just stepped the thing up. We've been talking this same shit that we doing right now in this circle.
Forever.
Always.
I swear to God, all these dudes can keep rapping their ass off. If y'all ain't got your paperwork together, you're wasting your time. Facts. If you ain't got your paperwork together, you're wasting your time. If your ass ain't an LLC,
I've always said there's so much more than corporate, dog, and a lot of people feel stuck here.
Together, you're wasting your time. You're just really rapping for us.
Yeah.
You're just really rapping for us, and if that's what it is, just say that.
Yeah. That's the way I.
So we're not gonna say you trying to make it. You just for the city. You for the streets.
Yeah.
That's what we're gonna put you. We're gonna say you for the streets.
Hey, and that's what's funny about you saying. There's a lot of ones that aren't for the streets. Wish they were for the streets like that. You know what I mean? Like there's people who don't rap. All that shit, can rap, can make dope music, but don't. I'm sure we all got a.
Well, I'm taking it. What I'm taking for him, and maybe I'm wrong. I'm taking is if you're looking at it like, oh, I'm fucking doing a show at the Bridge, or I'm doing a show at the Vibe, or any other venue in Corpus, and looking at it like that's the fucking pinnacle, like. You
of your career.
You for the streets. Basically, that's what I'm getting. Like you don't have you ain't got no goals of getting
out of here and
doing a show somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like you so crunk about doing a show fucking downtown. You just shared the flyer 10 goddamn times. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, but you've been doing those same shows for the past 6-7 years.
Yeah,
more.
So shouldn't the pinnacle be bigger than? What?
So you should.
I mean, not everybody's gonna reach that top, you know. So for some,
so that's what he's saying.
For some, but for some, that is it. That is their limit. That is their roof.
That's
they
their
ain't gonna
roof, yeah.
go past that motherfucker.
But
they
they
ain't
could.
So
They
I
could,
feel
though.
like those dudes
They
are just in the
could.
way, and they need to step to the side and let these youngsters have it.
No.
Yeah.
But why though?
Shit.
Why though? If the youngsters are looking past these same fucking venues in Corpus,
This is what I'm saying.
let the old ones have it then. If that's the
That's
case,
how I feel about it.
Look,
dog.
take your
That's
young
how I
ass
feel
up to
about it.
Austin and
This is what I'm saying.
anywhere else.
This is what I'm saying. If you don't have your paperwork lined up to take this as a business, as take yourself as really trying to do this shit, you know what I'm saying? As trying to take yourself to get your shit on the radio, on the real radio, not our radio. And I'm just keeping it a buck in a first proud fucking chucks. You know what I'm saying? Or to get up there like in California and shit like that, bro. You gotta have your shit. You got to have your shit together. If you're not really trying to do that, you for the streets, bro.
Yeah.
You for the streets. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of them
And
are comfortable
if you're not
comfortable
trying to
being
monetize
just
your shit,
here, dog.
If you're not trying to monetize
And they're
your
scared
shit,
to
you for the
like,
streets, bro.
scared to be different, I guess. I don't know, man.
Get your paperwork right, man.
But I mean, think about it. The ones that are different, I'm just going off of what y'all saying and just y'all.
Because there's a lot of guys that could go.
But all the ones that
could
are
go, in
different,
my opinion.
they get looked at different. They don't get treated the same as the people who've been doing it 7 years or more type shit.
The more you
the
put
ones
your
that
face,
you look at, hold on, the ones
Yeah.
you've been looking at for 7 or more years, y'all like, damn, you've been doing it. Like he's saying, like, man, so and so said I'm the whatever.
Yeah.
But the ones that are doing different are like, nah, y'all don't fit in around here. I don't want to because y'all still doing the same shit in the same places.
Yeah.
So it's hard to be different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you get looked at differently by your peers who are not even where you're at and in a shorter period of time.
Well, I guess I'm looking at it like this too. You got Cinco, who was here last week. He's been rapping for what? He said a year or 2 years. And then you got people who've been rapping for, let's just say, 10 years.
Yeah.
I feel like Cinco could get on those same stages as the people who have been rapping for 10 years, even
That's a
though he's
fact.
been rapping
Yeah, no,
for
it's fact, yeah.
2
All you
years.
need is money, though.
But then you
before
gotta-
it used to be different. In Creon's days, they wasn't doing that. They asked for them.
Yeah.
They looked for that talent. They found that talent. Now your talent is in your wallet. How talented is your wallet?
Yeah.
Very? Okay, well then you can open up for so-and-so and nobody gives a fuck. And all you did was pay to get on the stage. It's different now.
Yeah.
It's way different. So, I mean,
Shit,
it's
if
hard
you
to
was good-
find
if you-
something
if you
not
was-
to pick at.
If you was good enough, even back then and out there, if you was good enough, man, they pay you to do the rap.
See, and that's completely different.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
You know what I'm
If
saying?
good
You
enough-
could be talented now and have to fucking pay.
Yeah.
Like, we don't. You rap good, bro, but it's still 500 a slot.
Hell
Yeah.
Nah, for real.
You know, like they ain't looking at your talent no more. They want that bag just like everybody else is trying to get.
Because it's business.
So the love of it is kind of out the window now for people. So for somebody who doesn't, make a job out of it or career or make money, but they can get in there and rap with the best.
Like, bro, it's really some live niggas here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I ain't trying to discredit nobody. What I'm really trying to say, man, is that y'all niggas is so live. Like the city is really live because
real shit, yeah.
and the reason why I'm saying this is because like Corpus Christi really don't sound like nobody, dog. As far as when it come to rapping, it don't sound like New York. It don't sound like West Coast. It don't even sound like Houston. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
It
not
sounds
at
like
all.
Corpus
For damn
Christi.
sure.
It literally sounds like Corpus
Yeah.
Christi. And whatever Corpus Christi is, that's what the fuck it is because nobody sounds the same. Nobody sounds the same. You know what I'm saying? Literally, nobody sounds the same. I go to all the shows. Nobody sound the same. But niggas is so live here. I'm telling y'all, get y'all paperwork together. That's what I'm saying. Get y'all paperwork together. And get the fuck out the city. If you're gonna keep fucking, and I'm talking about start with the Houston and the Dallas. Get these features and start politicking with these people, man. You got to network with these people. I'm literally telling you.
That's
You got to
exactly what it's
network
about.
with these
Networking,
people.
put in
These
your
niggas
face.
that's popping right now.
In their face,
them
dog.
the circles that you have to network with. Them the features that and don't do these features.
Hey, they like you're saying they might look at you different, but if you put your face in their face enough, dog, and you show them, you know what I'm saying, then they will eventually give in. You know what I'm saying?
Quit paying for these features, and it ain't no paperwork, man. Quit paying for these features. Quit. Look, get y'all paperwork together, man. Quit paying for
There's
these
a
features.
shitload of
Y'all
people
giving
here who can
y'all
make
niggas
it, dog.
giving niggas $4,500 for nothing, bro.
Well, that leads us to what we were talking about last week, or the week that you were here, 2 weeks ago, wherever it was, about as far as like if you buy a known feature, should you in your contract that you are making, because you're making money transactions, to be in a video along with the song.
Look.
Or have them push on their social media platform.
If you don't look,
part of this $4,500 like you said.
If you don't have no paperwork, and this is what I'm talking about, if you are not a legitimate company, if you think it's just me, a rapper, Chrisean, you know what I'm saying, Daddy Cree, and that without the Wave Guard Supreme LLC, going to this nigga with the what's the name, you know what I'm saying, the little contract, that shit is not gonna work, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're giving a nigga $4,500 and you'll never get paid off that video. You'll never get paid off of that video, man.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You done gave this nigga 15 bands. If you get a nigga say like 45 bands or five, 6, 7 bands, you get a nigga like Peso or fucking Mexican D or motherfucking what's that young nigga name that was down here?
OT?
No,
you talking about D-Baby.
D-Baby, you get a motherfucker like D. And the reason why I'm saying these names, for these young niggas, man, if you want to get out the fucking city, this is what you got to do, dog. You got to get with the niggas that's popping, man. You got to get in that circle in order to get your ass looked at, bro.
Yep. I think a lot of people in corporates fail to realize that this is a pay-to-play game, man.
Look.
This is a pay-to-play game. The rap game is basically pay in today's time.
In today's time,
you said that. It's pay to play.
Yeah,
shit.
because that's one of the old school shit that I stay stuck in. Because I always feel like talent gonna overweigh that bag. And my prime example would be a Kendrick or J. Cole, closer to that. I mean, don't get it wrong, he got the bag, but his talent, he's in control of it. There's no bag in control of his talent.
Now it is. Now at the beginning it wasn't, bro. At the beginning it wasn't. You know how much fucking money TDE had to spend at the beginning?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Kendrick didn't have no money. He didn't have no money. TDE believed in him, bro.
Hell yeah.
TDE believed in him, man.
Shit,
you know how
fucking
money they put in him from the little nappy flathead nigga to who he became today. To where now I done built myself up enough to where I can drop an album 4 years later. Because I'm Kendrick now. I couldn't do that the first Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? I could drop an album 4 years later. You know what I'm saying? Because of who I am. I'm that artist now. You know what I'm saying? I can leave TDE now.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? Because I'm that artist now. But in the beginning, it's not like that. And that's like that with everybody. You got to spend money. Say, if you come into the game, what do you got to do to get in the game?
Got to spend money.
What do you got to do to get in the game? And then what you got to do with that money? You got to take that money and what? And then when you get rid of that, you got to do what?
Yeah, but this is regular.
So every investment is a fucking what? A feature? Is a DJ?
Yes.
Is a beat?
Promo.
Is it promo? Yeah. Come on, man. Man, and niggas talk, and a nigga trying to tell you that you paying for something. Yeah, bitch, you paying to get in.
Yeah.
You paying to get in, nigga.
Yeah. Goddamn right.
For sure. I want to piggyback off of that one too. It was some local people on Facebook talking recently. I think I don't want to say homie's name, but basically, homie took a picture with the dudes, your favorite ex-boyfriend, and then another homie, Green, jumped on Facebook and said, "I'm all for the shit." You got it on there. You could probably put it up. And he said, "I'm all for the dudes and their movement and everything, but at some point, like, people were just dick riding." Is taking a picture with the up and coming artist, a hot artist, an established artist, like, what's the line between being a fan and dick riding?
Hey, look, I guarantee you this, bro. Check this out.
Whoever said that, hater, dog.
Hey, look, check this out. I guarantee you this. Whoever said that, dog, whenever they get around their favorite fucking artist, you know what he's gonna want to do? He's gonna want to take a fucking picture, dog. He's gonna want to take a fucking picture, bro. You can say that shit to someone else. You know what I'm saying?
Let me see. I'll put it up right here.
Hey, that's all it is, bro. People
hating for no reason.
Petty, pettiness.
Ruthless people from fucking corporate. God damn.
I told you South City, boy.
Ruthless.
It says, "Say what them whisper dudes are doing is cool, a smart move, and somewhat a good look for the music scene in our city. But I say this one more motherfucking time: dick riding ain't a form of transportation." So taking a picture with an artist is dick riding.
No.
No.
He's hating.
He's just hating, bro.
Like, what's the fine line?
Okay,
Like
let me ask you
what's
this.
the line
I bet when
between
he goes
being
around
a fan,
Who did
being
this come from? Did this come from another artist?
No.
It didn't come from another artist at all.
Nah.
It just came from a regular person.
What would you consider OG Green?
All kinds of things. Shit. a businessman, a street man, and everything in between.
Already.
I don't know.
I just
man.
feel like
I don't know, man. It you know, I know what dick pulling is, and I know what it ain't. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty much from the streets, my damn self. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
He just
I
took
don't
a picture,
know,
though.
I don't know what the
Let
the
them boys
purpose
shine,
is.
bro.
I don't know what the purpose
Really
is.
honest, let them boys shine, dog.
I don't know
That's the
if
thing,
a
bro.
nigga trying to get some promo. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Man, shit, it is what it is.
well, that's what I say too. Freak had sent me something too, and basically what Freak had sent me was basically, let me see if I can put it up.
I don't.
It said it was from the Urban fucking Dictionary and shit.
Urban Dictionary.
It says dick riding is when someone overpraises another person with intentions to get noticed. Or to get approval by that person.
Okay.
Hey, man.
Damn.
Come on, man. They got a definition right there.
So I feel like if you're taking a picture with somebody and then posting like just hanging out with Big Bro, knowing damn well this is the baby and he's just down here in Corpus and you took a picture. No, I'm just saying.
Is that what the picture said? Oh my God.
No, that's
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. Yeah.
That's
Nigga,
different.
these niggas just, man, come on. Yeah, I'm just saying, is that what the picture
No, that's not what it
yeah,
said.
you supposed to say that.
But I'm saying if
Shit.
you're doing shit like that,
No,
then
that's
I
a
feel
lie.
like that's
dick ride.
That's dick ride.
That's dick
Yeah,
ride.
yeah.
Hey, people take pictures with stars all the time,
You
bro.
ain't never seen us together. This is the first time you've ever seen us together. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I take a picture of you, and you post, nigga, I'm with Big Bro. Nigga, please, bro. You better not do me like that.
Yeah,
You better
hell
not
yeah.
do me like that, nigga.
Hell
Cause
yeah.
I ain't got time for niggas coming up to me telling me, I say, cool, y'all cool like
Yeah, in
that?
fact, because when you put yourself in a situation, if a nigga comes and
Say-
takes a picture with you and then that
say-
person posted it saying hanging with Big Bro, that's basically that person trying to
That's dick ride.
steal your clout or
Yeah.
trying to get clout off of
Try to get
of
up under that
hanging
wing.
with you.
It's
Try
say
to get
real
under that
real
wing,
players,
man.
real players get questioned. Say, man, you fucking with them niggas like that? Yeah, real players get questioned by
That's
other
true.
players,
That's
man.
true.
You know what I'm saying? Real shit.
Dog, take that fucking shit out.
That person acts like a
That's
groupie
the
in hopes of
definition,
obtaining
so that way you know.
Dick ride, yeah.
Hey, I like that, man.
Say,
That
what?
shit is
I
funny
thought
as
you
shit,
thought
bro.
you said that's what that boy put on the picture. Boy.
Nah. Basically, it was just a picture with the homies and shit, and then basically the status was basically made. I just thought to myself like, damn, I'm just looking at it like homie is a like, and don't get me
Showing
wrong,
support, too.
I feel like a lot of people are using them to try to not necessarily get clout, but a lot of people are on the
way.
The wave is, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
What's
A lot
the
of people
wave?
that wouldn't be on the wave are jumping on the wave just
Yeah.
maybe because they're from Corpus, which is that good? Is that bad? Like,
Well, if they're from Texas, you support them, right?
if they're from the
Yeah.
home team, you definitely got to support
Yeah.
them. I feel like shit.
But that's what I'm saying.
Look,
so if they're
bro.
from
Like if
Corpus
these dudes
and
were
they're
some rock
supporting
stars, if they were making
Look,
rock
bro.
music,
Look.
they got my support based
Yeah.
upon their.
Nah,
Look,
real
bro, I
shit.
just seen a video on TikTok, bro.
Hey, man,
where-
they got
where
my
they got
support,
the
dog.
Nintendo
Real shit. They got
cartridge
my support all the way,
sitting
bro.
upside down. They got the Nintendo cartridge sitting upside down, and they talking about. Bro, that bitch got over $500,000
The Nintendo
fucking
64.
views.
Yeah.
That's just that point.
Yeah.
Post, I don't know who else is doing shit like this with
Yeah.
they shit.
I
I'm
think-
just saying,
I think,
is that Dick Riding?
Nah, Jenny69 did
Is
it.
that
So I think it's like
Is that Dick Riding?
a lot of
Is
people.
that Dick
He
Riding?
put up on
Is it
one of
that
her
people-
videos.
So I think that's like
Is it people-
not paying homage, but paying respect in a sense. I mean, like
Yeah.
What is it? I
when
don't
when
know.
people take audio from other people's shit, whether it's a known town, local town shit or not, you're still stealing somebody's shit and making your own content with it.
Yeah.
Or that's what,
But it's different because
But they're not trying to
from
get
here.
paid for that
For
shit, are
us,
they?
It's different because they're from here.
That's what I'm saying.
Are
Are people
able to
not,
walk down the street and possibly see them
What-
getting
what-
tattooed over there by
what we
Shine
said-
or whatever?
so
you
is
know?
that are people not accepting them because these dudes are big as fuck right now? That song is big as fuck
That
right
shit
now.
is
So it
everywhere,
goes back
bro.
to the point you're saying that people that you can see these dudes every day. You could probably go downtown, go to the tattoo studio, and see these dudes. So are people? Does it because it's like, are you calling these dudes dick riders just based upon these are normal people that we could see every day? is that?
I mean, I think maybe to a sense we kind of take it. We look at that in a negative light. Like, oh, you didn't support him before he did that. Well, I didn't know who the fuck he was before that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, or the same thing. Like, say me and Cree got a relationship out this. You ain't never seen the picture, but maybe two of us together.
Yeah.
And we didn't have many meetings outside of that serious to bullshit.
Yeah.
And you know they could make that assumption on me and him, and that's false as fuck. You know what I mean? Like. Oh, you just fucking with Cree now? Nah, like I don't need to show y'all that I fuck with Cree. I show Cree I fuck with Cree. What the fuck your shit mean to me? You know what I'm saying? So the same way, like I said, like there is a lot of local people who are definitely, you know, tapped in with them right now. And taking advantage or not, that's up to them and God that really knows. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if he was necessarily speaking of, if he was even necessarily speaking of that situation. You know what I'm saying? But I dig what the nigga say because that shit do happen. You know what I'm saying? People try to take advantage of a nigga wave. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People really do.
Real shit.
And that's some real shit. You know, I don't, like I said, I don't know if Green was was he talking about this situation or not? I don't even care. But it's something that what he said is something shit that does happen. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Like real nigga shit. Nigga will
That's
try to
what he
ride
said
your
right
wave, benefit for your wave, nigga.
Say what the whisper dudes are doing.
I mean, it's like let's take Green for example. Like his Red Boat page is like fucking insane. Like as many people have fucking gone visited and fucking that we'll never meet in our lives. That have gone in that man's kitchen and ate from his hands. You know what I'm saying? Like, so are they dick riders?
Shit, they
I mean,
fans of the food,
nah,
bro.
they shit. Nick, look here,
They're
man.
just fans
of the product. That
I posted that.
Say good food sell itself. That's all I can say.
I posted Red Boat at least.
If the food good, the people gonna come. So if the people coming, the food got to be good.
That shit's good.
That's the bottom line. That ain't dick riding. That's motherfucker want some good food.
Yeah,
you know, shit. That ain't dick riding right there, motherfucker. That motherfucker wants some good food. Now, if it's a nigga that don't be coming over there eating every 2-3, time, you know what I'm saying? Maybe come eat like once or twice a year, and every time he get in front of people and he see Green, I'm like, nigga, that's my nigga right here. Yeah, he a dick rider.
Already.
Yeah, that nigga dick rider. He a homie. He claim to be a homie, but he don't support the business. He don't go there and buy nothing. He don't go there and eat. But when he get in front of everybody, he try to cap off the red boat. Yeah, my nigga got on the red boat. Yeah. He's a dick rider. That nigga there's a dick rider. He's a dick rider.
So if a person from Houston has been wanting to try Red Boat but comes down here for the first time and try Red Boat and takes pictures in front of Red Boat, that's basically considered support. But if they go over board, basically like Creed said, then that's to the point where you just dick ride the business to gain clout for yourself to make it look like you're cool with the dude who owns this fucking business type shit.
Yeah.
Already, for sure. Alrighty, we're gonna move on to the next one. Y'all see the video with Young Thug's homie handed him a perk in court?
Oh yeah.
Y'all see that one?
Yeah.
Man,
oh shit, he got
yeah.
Like,
come on, man.
Like, man,
Yeah.
you know,
That's what they call him?
but you know, they.
Well, I thought he got away with it.
Nah, they called him.
Oh.
They didn't hold it against Thug though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because
They said
the deputy picked
like
it
he
right.
didn't even know. But the thing is, come on, man. You know, sometimes, man. Man, niggas be thinking crazy, bro. I'm talking about.
See, look, that's him walking up right there in the middle.
With everything going on, something like that, that's what you want to do?
And like he gonna shake his hand, he gives him something.
They're already walking up. They already know he's doing something.
Right there.
Is that what you want to do?
God, what the
And you think they're not gonna walk up? You think they're not gonna go check him? Because you can't even do that.
I mean, what? Let's say he's in court for what? For murder charges and a whole bunch of shit, right?
Why?
So how you know this dude who he had walk up do that wasn't like threatened, like, bitch, you better get him a motherfucking perk, or that's your mama or some shit.
There's another video attached to it. Play the next
Look,
Hey, that is a possibility.
Not even that.
Hell yeah.
What if the nigga would have?
Okay, but why would he do it in the courtroom instead of getting one of the laws to do it?
What if the nigga would have walked up the thug and put him in a chokehold?
What was What was the guy giving it? Who was he?
This wasn't the first time that
Back,
they've
everybody.
been
We're
getting
closely
contraband
following the
in there.
Atlanta
This
trial
was
of
just a
rapper
new
Young
way for
Thug
him
and his
to try
alleged
to
gang,
give
Young
him
Slime
contraband.
Life,
Like, they've been
also
caught with,
known
like,
as
bud and
YSL.
fucking
Jury
other
selection is
shit
off to a
in the
very
past.
slow
Look,
start
that
as
was the
illegal
worst thing
contraband
that
continues to be
did.
smuggled to the defendants.
Trying to pass
14
out
members
that
of
nigga
YSL
tried
are being
to
tried
make
together
us
with
come in front of
racketeering, murder, and other
That
gang-related
nigga out in Germany.
You know when you said like that,
that don't make no fucking sense.
You said like
Jury
that.
selection started early this month and is slated to last 5 to 6 weeks, but that timeline might be even longer now as the court addressed
Hey, why did?
that's why
that
shit don't respect
days.
us
See,
down
someone
south, dog.
smuggled
You know what I'm
marijuana to
saying?
one
Hey, Young Thug looked like he was ready for
Another
it.
co-defendant's mother was arrested for trying to sell tobacco products and rolling papers in with a bag of clothes. And most recently, a different incident caused jury selection to halt for the entire day on Wednesday. Check out what the judge had to say when he addressed the court all about it.
Dumb in front of the judge in a federal court.
So what happened to the man?
They took him to the back. I wouldn't say they arrested him, but took him.
Oh yeah, he got charged.
But I would say he was
done.
a co-defendant, so he's already fighting the shit too. Like it wasn't just like a regular person. It was one of his actual like co-defendants.
Hey, bro, I'm gonna tell you this, bro. I'm gonna tell you this.
So he
There's
was
different ways, bro.
So he was.
There's different ways to get drugs.
What I'm saying is he had permission to be wherever he walked, like where he was walking.
Oh no, because it looked like as soon as he got up, those deputies got up too,
That's
right?
why he walked up right real quick.
I mean, because for all they know, he was gonna walk up and knock his block off.
That's what I was thinking too. Like that, they give him access like that. Goddamn.
Put him in the chokehold. You know what I'm saying? You gonna try to get it?
Brian, how serious is this?
Would have been crying for his mama.
Items
Before they
to
beat him up.
inmates.
You know what I'm saying?
Unfortunately, it happens a little bit more than it should, but specifically in Georgia, it's a felony. I mean, you can do 1 to 5 years in jail. Now, when you look at the statute, it mainly talks about drugs or guns. I'm not sure who's sneaking guns into jails, but also what I've seen a lot is cell phones. You don't get a lot of cell phone time in jails and prison. People want to be able to communicate with their
That wasn't the motherfucking way.
So what was he gonna fucking eat it or what?
I guess he's trying to pop it in court.
Man, his anxiety's higher or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah.
He needed something to calm down, dog.
That right there was retarded, man.
Yeah, like with the way Creek broke it down, you had his nigga contraband furniture.
Yeah,
See, that fool's already
that
walking up
sounds
to him.
that sounds like 10 years, nigga.
I mean, that sounds like he gave up already. Like he knew what his future was gonna be.
Oh hell
Like,
yeah.
You gotta know the risks of any of that shit you do. You're already in court. You're already like losing your time. You know.
Yeah, he's trying to go out with a bang.
That's what a lot of people said, that he's out of there after this shit. Like he's.
I mean, what was his next move after that though?
Look at him, man.
Let's say he completed that. Let's say he handed it off and got away with it. Does he just go sit back down, or does he just put his hands out like cuff me? You know what I'm saying? Like, where do you go now?
That same shit he tried to pass him, that nigga went right back to the cell and got that shit.
For real.
That same shit that he got, that nigga went right back to his cell and told the motherfucking goddamn nigga that bring the food and put in a plate for
the
him.
trustee.
Put in a plate for him.
I'm saying there's different ways to do it.
You gonna send money to you, put in a plate.
Yeah,
nigga.
facts.
Put money on your books, nigga. I got you. What's your motherfucking man? Come on, man. We know man. That nigga been to the penitentiary. That nigga been to the county. All them niggas been to jail before. You know what I'm saying?
They know what it is, man.
Shit, the fuck.
Hey, they tripped out, man. I don't know why they would do that, man. That's just the stupidest move to do, man.
Talking about that nigga co-defendant. Nah, he a slow
Man,
defendant.
he was too slow with it, dog.
He was a slow defendant.
He was that man.
He was too
You
slow
ain't
with
getting
it.
away with no shit like that in the courtroom, bro. With all the people in there watching, you ain't getting away with no
Say,
shit
man,
like that.
in front of the judge, say.
Man, Young Thug should have just ate it, dog.
Say,
Fuck that shit.
No, he would have called a
Say,
tampering with evidence. That would have been another felony charge.
Whatever, man. You did that in
just
front of the
fuck
judge, dog.
I'm
The
done.
federal
Fuck
judge.
And obviously, the courtroom is under closed circuit because we have the video right here that's clearly from the fucking
Say,
courtroom.
do you know how embarrassed, disrespected, they fucked up the judge feel about a nigga doing that shit in front of them, man?
Yeah,
Like, say, that was really a I wish a nigga would moment, man.
Lock it and
I
throw the
wish
key
a
on that
nigga
motherfucker,
would.
dog.
That's one of the things the judge said. I wish a nigga would try to
Look,
pass
man,
some
whenever
dope in front of
they're
me.
doing the sentencing and shit, they're gonna bring this up. Whenever they start doing the sentencing and everything, they're gonna bring all this shit up, man.
They're gonna replay it.
Yeah, they're gonna replay it. Check
Now,
this
what
out
were
right
you
here.
thinking?
Yeah, they finna. Yeah, they finna use that as evidence in court. Hell
PERC.
Yeah. Well, you got something to say, Free?
Nah, I was gonna say shout out to everybody tuned in. DJ Fab said YOLO.
Big shout out, homie.
Hey, look, hi
What is
from
Daniel?
Mexico, Guanajuato, Mexico, dog.
Who's that? Is that your people?
Nah, I don't.
He said nah.
Oh, really?
That's badass.
My people.
Shout out.
I mean, there are people, but they're not like that.
Nah, them my people.
Daniel what? Daniel Waters, what's up, homie?
Man, y'all make sure y'all share this, man.
Y'all share it,
You
man.
know that homeboy?
Hey, get us some fans
Todo mi
out
gente
there.
de Mexico.
We'll send you out some riding high gear.
Yeah, we'll send y'all some stickers or
Say.
something, man. Y'all make sure y'all share this.
Put them hyenas on here. Now, yeah, put them hyenas on here.
Sick ass, give it $1,000.
Say, I'd say, look.
Deanna Martinez, she's talking about the blue face. We're going to get into the blue face
my
topic next.
sister.
Go ahead, Daddy Creed, go ahead.
No.
Come on, get on.
About what? About what?
No, I thought you was going to say something.
No,
I thought you were going to say something.
Shit.
Already, well, Blueface girl Chrisean was on the No Jumper podcast, and then she got dragged out of there after having a meltdown.
Fuck yeah.
She gonna put it up.
She was faded, dog. She looked faded.
She off that Hennessy, man.
Her outside.
There's nothing to talk. Like, all that's gonna do is add fuel to the fucking fire.
Not even that.
No.
He come here, bro. What are you like? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? What are you doing that for?
Josh, or whatever it is, I mean, you would. It's good.
Me, I wish you would sit down and get. Nigga, she just.
Hey, Josh, how's the camera? How's the TV? Is it good?
Yesterday she whooped.
She was pregnant too.
The other day she whooped two
There's the
bitches.
neighborhood.
I don't know why you agreeing with her on that.
Hey, is the TV okay? Is it broke?
I didn't agree with
You did. You said yeah, right. If I call you a bitch,
We're on
call
this
me a
side.
bitch.
Hey, man, I know protocol. Supposed to sit my ass right in my seat.
Two different things.
We rolling. We still going.
If I go making out with a girl,
we rolling. It's all right.
Making out with a girl is gonna be two different headlines, right?
Yeah.
So how come if you call me a bitch and I call you a bitch, the same thing?
Well, that's why I said that she was trying to justify it. I didn't say I agree.
Was they on the podcast to talk about
the pregnancy?
She don't say it like no prissy ass woman. Like,
you know me. You know how I get down.
no, she be like, you bitch ass nigga. What you want? Like, it comes off like a man. Like, it made me tell me, I'm like, damn, is you gonna take off on me? Like, fuck it. She already had the Hennessy bottle like this walking up. I'm like, you all right?
It's too high powered.
That's high powered, bro.
For what? You feel me? You living good. You getting money. We doing a thing. We together.
She's out there yelling.
We got a show. We got. I don't post no bitch in my gram.
Yo, we just hit 400,000 subscribers right here on the Clips channel. So if you want to help us out, click subscribe, get us to 500K.
She off that Hennessy, man.
Her outside. Nothing to talk about.
There's nothing to talk. Like, all that's gonna do is add fuel to the fucking fire.
Bro, I'm sure this show, what, is early in the morning, maybe? She's already that fucked up.
He come here, bro. What are you doing?
Yeah, that's somebody going to hurt each other for
Why
that
you
show.
doing that? What are you doing that for?
And then they
Josh, or whatever it is, I mean, you would. It's good.
You know what? You know they try to give her a pass.
Hey, Josh, how's the camera? How's the TV? Is it good?
Say, man.
That's gonna be
viral.
Say Blue did that shit to her
Fuck.
because she was on the
Gina.
There's the neighborhood.
I don't know why you agreeing with her on that
Hey,
bullshit.
is the TV okay? Is it broke?
I didn't agree with
You
the.
You did. You said yeah, right. If I call you a bitch,
We're on
I
this
said I
side.
understood.
Hey, man, I know protocol. Supposed to sit my ass right in my seat.
Two different things.
We rolling. We still going.
If I go
Yeah,
making
we
out
still
with a
going.
girl,
We rolling. It's
if you
all
go
right.
making out with a girl, it's gonna be two different headlines, right?
Yeah.
So how come if you call me a bitch and I call you a bitch, the same thing?
Well, that's why I said that she was trying to justify it. I didn't say I agree. I said I
did.
understand what she's saying.
She don't say it like no
So what was that?
prissy-ass
She got into the
woman,
altercation
You
with
know
him,
me.
and then
You
she
know
got
how
into
I get
an
down.
No, she be
altercation
like,
with
you
the other
bitch
two girls,
ass
and then she got
nigga.
into
What you
another
want? Like, it
altercation.
comes off like a man. Like, it made me say, I'm like, damn, is you gonna take off on me? Like, fuck it. She already had the Hennessy bottle like this walking up. I'm like, you all right?
It's too high powered.
That's high powered, bro.
For what? You feel me? You living good. You getting money. We doing a thing. We together.
She's out there yelling.
We
at
got
the
a
top of
show. We got. I don't post no bitch in my gram.
Yo, we just hit 400,000 subscribers right here on the Clips channel. So if you want to help us out, click subscribe, get us to 500K.
Yeah. Take some peyote.
She off that Hennessy, man. There's nothing to talk, like, all that's gonna do is add fuel to the fucking fire.
No! Hey, come here, bro. What are you like? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Blue, what are you doing that for?
Josh, or whatever it is, I'll meet you with.
Yeah, I want to say they said that she broke like some cameras or some screens or some shit.
Hey, Josh, how's the camera? How's the TV? Is it good?
That's gonna be
It broke?
viral.
Fuck.
Gina.
There's the neighborhood.
I don't know why you agreeing with her on that
Hey,
bullshit.
is the TV okay? Is it broke?
I didn't agree with the.
You did. You said, yeah, right. If I call you a bitch,
We're all
call
just
me
I
that.
understood.
Hey, man, I know protocol. Supposed to sit my ass right in my seat.
Two different things.
We rolling. We still going.
If I go
Yeah,
making
we
out
still
with a
going.
girl,
We rolling. It's
if you
all
go
right.
making out with a girl, it's gonna be two different headlines, right?
Yeah, she young as hell.
So how come if you call me a bitch, I call you a bitch the same thing?
Well, that's why I said that she was trying to justify it. I didn't say I agree. I said I
You
understand
did.
what she's
Sharp,
saying.
what she said.
She don't say it like no prissy ass woman. Like
You know me. You know how I get down.
No, she be like, you bitch ass nigga.
Yeah,
What you
it's
on?
kinda
Like it
like-
comes off like a
it's too-
man. Like it made me tell my, I'm like, damn, is you gonna take off on me? Like
Yeah,
fuck
like,
it.
it's-
She already had the Hennessy bottle like this walking.
Already. There was a in somewhere up north in Kentucky. There was a Denny's sign that fell on a car and killed a 72-year-old lady and injured 2 other people.
Unfortunately, 72-year-old Lillian Curtis was sitting in the back seat of the vehicle
That's the
when it
raw
happened.
footage of
She
the
died
sign
at the
falling.
hospital. Her daughter and husband were also in the car and were injured.
An officer on the scene told family members that the old sign was rusted and missing a bolt. Strong winds
They
were
showed-
also
there was a video
a factor.
before this one that they had.
72-year-old
that's the video
Lillian
they showed the
Curtis
sign.
was
They don't
sitting
show
in the
everything
back
on the
seat of
camera,
the
but you can see
vehicle
the
when it
sign fall.
happened.
She died at the hospital.
red?
Her daughter and husband were also in the car and were injured.
An officer on the scene told family members that the old sign was rusted and missing a bolt. Strong winds were also a factor. 72-year-old Lillian Curtis was sitting in the back seat of the vehicle when it happened.
She died at the hospital. Her daughter and husband were also in the car and were injured.
An officer on the scene told family members that the old sign was rusted and missing a bolt.
That's what I was
Strong
saying.
winds were also a factor. 72-year-old Lillian Curtis was sitting in the back seat of the vehicle when it happened.
She died at the hospital. Her daughter and husband were also in the car and were injured.
An officer on the scene told family members that the old sign was rusted and missing a bolt. Strong
Hey, so
winds
she was
were
parked?
also
She
a
wasn't, like, driving
factor.
around?
72-year-old Lillian Curtis was sitting in the back seat
Man,
of
what
the
if she
vehicle
was
when
just
it
like, had just
happened.
got
She
done
died at the
eating?
hospital. Her daughter and
I'm gonna go
husband
take
were
a nap.
also in the car and were injured.
An officer on the scene told family members that the old sign was rusted and missing a bolt. Strong winds were also a factor.
Man, look where the car is, though.
72-year-old
Hey, so
Lillian
fall off
Curtis
that.
was sitting
Hey,
in
so
the
did it
back
fall off
seat of the vehicle when it happened.
She died at the
Yeah, that's what I'm
hospital.
saying.
Her daughter
It
and
fell off,
husband were
yeah.
also in the car
Yeah.
and were
Yeah, fell off the
injured.
An officer on the scene told family members that the old sign was rusted and missing a bolt. Strong winds were also a factor. 72-year-old Lillian Curtis was sitting in the back seat of the vehicle when it happened.
Do they
She
not
died
do
at the
like
hospital.
maintenance?
Her daughter and husband were
Do they not
also
do
in the
like
car
maintenance
and were
stuff on
injured.
shit like
An
that?
officer on the
Like, do they
scene
not
told
check it?
family
Really?
members that the old
Really?
sign was
Really?
rusted and missing a
Really?
bolt.
Just probably
Strong
rusted.
winds were also a factor. 72-year-old Lillian Curtis was sitting in the back seat of the vehicle when it happened.
She died at the hospital. Her daughter and husband were also in the car and were injured.
An officer on the scene told family members that the old sign was rusted and missing a bolt.
Somebody else gonna.
Hey, all you have to do
Strong
is look at the
winds
bottom of the
also
sign
a
and bet it's all rusted, dog.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Whatever
bet.
lawyers taking
Hell
the,
yeah.
the people who got the motherfucking
You know how the water and all that shit, the rain
who
comes
got
up.
the lady people, the lawyer from the ladies people, they gonna get down to it. Yeah.
I mean, the way the car is right there, it kind of looks like she might have been
That's what I'm saying. She was driving by, right?
through the parking lot.
I think she was leaving. She
That
was
don't look
leaving.
like a parking
She
space.
was leaving it. I think.
That don't look like a park. That looks like a
It
drive.
looks like she's out, like.
I think she's waiting for like the traffic or something because usually the sign is right there on the road. You know what I'm saying? Close to the road too. So I think she may have been waiting for the cars to pass
Yeah, 'cause look,
by,
there's a
and the
sidewalk
sign
right
fell
there.
Right there.
There's a sidewalk right there.
Already, hell yeah.
So that's the Denny's behind her.
Yeah, that's the Denny's behind
She's
her. Yeah, 'cause
leaving.
you can see the.
She's leaving Denny's, dog.
Yeah, you
Look.
you can see the sign, the Denny's signs on top of the restaurant too.
72-year-old Lillian Curtis was sitting in the back seat seat of the vehicle when it happened.
She died at the hospital. Her daughter and husband were also in the car and were injured.
An officer on the scene told family members that the old sign was rusted.
Oh, that's a heavy ass sign.
Yeah, you can see the imprint from the. Yeah, no, I'm sure because the pole didn't fall, but yeah, that's crazy.
I smashed the whole back of the fucking car and the front.
Yeah, that's sad, dude. That's fucked
I
up.
mean, that was literally inches to the right or left, and she would have lived.
Yeah.
I mean, no, it's the sideways of the sign, or what? What is that?
That's what I'm saying. That imprint almost looks like the pole, right? But the pole didn't fall. It was.
Well,
just
no,
like,
it could have been a piece of the
72-year-old Lillian Curtis was sitting in the back seat of the vehicle when it happened.
She died at the hospital. Her daughter and husband were also in the car and were injured.
An officer on the scene told.
See,
that's probably what happened.
That's the front or the back?
That's
the back. But it looks like it smashed.
Oh yeah, okay. So that,
maybe there was a piece
that windshield barely got touched. Then, basically.
Yeah.
Because if you look at that, that's the
maybe
back,
it had
the
a piece
back
of the
car
pole on
dipped
it.
in.
Yeah.
The whole back of the car is dipped in.
Family members that the old sign was rusted and
yeah, a little bit, you know, like she could have made it, but nah, right over that little hill was the end of it.
Yeah, you can't see it right there.
missing a bolt. Strong winds were also.
Jeez, they crackers, man.
72-year-old Lillian Curtis was sitting in the back seat of the vehicle when it happened.
She died at the hospital. Her daughter and husband were also in the car and were injured.
An officer on the scene told family members that the old sign was rusted.
Yeah. Right here,
a traffic alert you should be aware of. Corpus Christi police asking drivers to avoid the area.
Yeah, I think it was two cars. Nobody died,
after
but there were
a
people that
traffic
were
signal
injured.
fell and hit two cars. Both vehicles were able to be driven out from under.
I think he was
Officers
there,
are currently
but
directing
he just
traffic
posted a
at
picture.
that
I don't think he got any
intersection.
video footage or anything.
City traffic engineers are on scene right now, and stop signs
There's some
will
I
be
sent you some
placed
pictures
at
too,
that
so you probably have to
intersection.
open the images and shit. But there's some pictures and shit too. But basically, yeah, I want to say the cars were waiting at the stoplight, and basically the goddamn shit, the light fell on them.
Damn, I've been scared in the motherfucker. That's crazy.
Yeah, both of those first two, but either one, pull up either one. That was after they had already took the cars away and shit. They said that the cars were in condition to where they were able to drive off and shit. Like they weren't as bad as the Denny's sign.
See, because that sign's like a lot lighter than the other one, dog.
Does the city? Is that a lawsuit? The
Hell
city
yeah,
has to pay.
Fuck yeah, they're gonna sue the fuck out of them.
So you just gonna go to the hospital and fuck run your motherfucking insurance up and all that? Nigga, no. Nigga, no. Nigga, no.
Hey, you know who? That's Thomas J. Henry right there, though.
Thomas J. Henry,
hell yeah. Herman and Herman, you know them motherfuckers.
Man, Vermin and Vermin, Sherman and Sherman, whatever. That's what it is.
That 444.
Yeah. Well, business, man. Shit.
Hey, they're all on that shit, dog.
Shit.
Hell
Man, who's that dude say? He's like, who we got on the Super Bowl?
We go get into that, but Deanna, we gonna get into Super Bowl picks and all that at the end. So just stay tuned. All right, we gonna move it to this one. There's it's a video where this dude took his girl to a Future concert, and while at the concert, she posts a TikTok or Instagram or something on the story where basically said, "I came with him, but I'm supposed to be with Future" type shit.
Well,
See if he go.
From the looks of it, you know, she ain't one of the Future type bitches.
Where's it at?
No, I'm just
Somewhere over there.
No, I think I seen that.
Yeah, right there.
Just went to see Future.
You telling me you falling out of love with me?
That was never.
Hope you can find someone to love you better than I did.
Like,
man, you would have had a Uber home or walk a happy ass home.
You telling me you falling out of love with me?
Take an Uber home and you're gonna pay for it.
Oh man.
Hope you can find someone to love you better
Hey, you
than
know
I
she wasn't
did.
giving it up at the end.
You telling me you falling out of love with me?
I'm pretty sure she posted it while why.
Hope you can find someone to love you better than I.
That's a nigga shit.
Already.
That's a nigga. Cause I
Low
push-
life Joe. That's why she fucking doesn't want your ass.
No, I'm saying, so if that
Is that
was,
his name?
let's just say that was her real nigga.
I rock bottom that bitch.
God damn.
Is that his name? Low life Joe?
No, I think that's the person who just
Oh.
posted the shit.
I rock bottom that help him. Nah.
Yeah, fuck all that, dog.
That nigga can't be on a snap.
That's what I'm saying. There's no way he can be on the goddamn Snap or Instagram.
Hope you can find someone to love you better than I do.
Free ticket.
You telling me you falling out of love with me?
National DJ Day was this past Friday, January 20th. We got people here from all different age ranges, so I just want to know, like, who were some of y'all, like, influences, and who were some of the DJs, not even influences, just some of the DJs that y'all came up on, like, coming up in the early age type shit. And I was like, maybe Daddy Creek probably answered this, maybe who were some local DJs that were putting it down back in the day here in Corpus type shit, all this. Just chime in on different DJs and shit like that. Anybody want to take off with it?
Like my era, we come from like the block party era. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you had partners that was DJing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But these dudes would be at the party DJing. Like, you know what? It'll be like King. Dude, like one of your homies like DJ King, you know what I'm saying? In my era, as growing up, and man, I've been around for a long time, so it has switched over the time. But it started off with like Bobby Lewis, who is like, to me, will always be the greatest DJ to me of all time.
Yeah, I
you know
always hear that name for sure.
He will always be the greatest, man, because he brought in the era of rap music when R&B was at its peak, not necessarily at its peak, was getting ready to go into its peak with like the New Jack Swing and all this type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, he was just, if there was a party, bro, he was there. He was the one they wanted to DJ for the party. Even if, and we from the north, and even if it was on the west, he be DJing it. You know what I'm saying? And that was a big thing. And at the clubs, whatever clubs. So it was like Bobby Lewis, James King, Bullet, you know, Chris, y'all know, Breezy Heaven, the little Chris, right? Chris Coney.
Yeah.
His dad, Big Chris. He was one of the coldest. Man, one of the coldest, bro. One of the coldest, man. Big Chris was one of the coldest. You know what I'm saying? And this is not like radio. I'm talking about the real DJs that was to us. You know
like y'all doing like New York style block parties and shit like that. Yeah,
they did scratching and all that going on, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Real D. I'm talking about real mixing, 4-5 records going at. Man, I'm talking about real type shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about this real dancing going on. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's dancing at the block party. Everybody's literally dancing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. About 80, 50, probably 150, 200 people out there at a block party. Whole area blocked up. From the shit, it used to be live, but like coming in and growing up, you know, my favorite DJ, you know, and it's low key, man, and he really don't do it, man. Like I always tell him he should. Is B Beasley, man. It's brother. I'm gonna be honest with everybody, man. Y'all, he don't do nothing, man. He ain't for the DJ in the party, nothing. But when he make music, when he make a tape or something like that, say, man, when it comes to this screw shit, man, like outside of DJ King, outside of King, ain't nobody fucking with him, man. Ain't nobody even just putting the music together. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody fucking with him, man.
Yeah, I heard some of his mixtapes from back in the day, and them hoes was jamming.
Ain't nobody fucking with him, man. You know what I'm saying? But I know, you know, this new wave of DJ and the stuff that's going on, but ain't nobody fucking with him. But, you know, y'all, Fame, you know, DJ Fame, you know what I'm saying? That's my nigga, man. You know what I'm saying? I really fuck with him. I like the music he play and stuff like that. So, for me, that's it right there, dog.
What was the influence that, like, DJs had, like, in the hip-hop, like, scene, like, back in those early days? You know what I'm saying? Because I know back in the day, like, the DJ was almost like a part of like the group, right? Like the DJ was almost like a part of the group, like almost like we hear like the DJ Clues and like them type of DJ, like the New York DJs.
DJ Envy?
What was like the influences of DJs of Texas like back in those days?
Check it out and say, don't let me. I don't. You know, I could say QB as far as a DJ. I could bring up QB as a DJ, but like QB on another level, man. I don't even consider QB a DJ. You know what I'm saying? I consider QB a producer. To me,
Yeah.
Like,
for sure.
I know he DJ and I know he do his thing, but I feel like I'm doing him a dishonor calling him a DJ. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, cause this nigga like this one of the coldest niggas in the game and shit. And he can do a shit. QB do a nigga set, rock the show for a nigga like that. But that nigga's a producer to me, man. Like God.
But I think for that reason that you were saying that he's great at that, he's also great at that.
Yeah, no, he is.
That's like
that's
a
why I
man with
say,
many hats.
Yeah,
you can't put him in a box because that boy is the box.
Yeah, no. You true. You right, but
because he got bars too.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying? Like
I know.
QB, that's probably somewhere way down the line where only a few
that's
know.
Why I was saying QB. That's why I was saying he's like God tier. You know what I'm saying when it comes to this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like certain people, man. Like I won't even mention in certain things because you know they just too beyond that. You know what I'm saying? Because they
can't just be that.
Yeah, they cut. They got so many tricks. I mean, what you like saying? So many goddamn many hats. Yeah. They got so many hats. You know what I'm saying?
He falls under event planner too.
Hey, nigga do a lot of shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Do a lot of shit. But back when I was talking about Bobby, when I was bringing up Bobby Lewis, that was our DJ when I first started rapping. Yeah. He was our DJ. You know what I'm saying? And say we used to like at the high, not the high alcove, but at what's that motherfucker right there by the freeway, the Galvan?
Yeah.
See, on Buck days, Galvan, Houston, when the bands would come down,
they would have the Galvan dance.
They would have the Galvan dance, right? So you got everybody from the hood, you know what I'm saying, going to the dance, and you know you have the Houston bands in there. They're gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? So Bobby would DJ, so we would battle these dudes. But you know what would kill Offset? What would really make us eat them? Because we had a DJ. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We had a DJ, and back then everybody had a cane. Tracks was with him and Winston and motherfucking me not Winston and Jeff, but goddamn Dickie and Lonnie J. I think Tracks was with them. You know what I'm saying? Goddamn Jeff had motherfucking Dragon. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Everybody had their DJ. You know what I'm saying? And you know, like, and please don't let me forget Dragon. Dragon became one of the epitomes of what it was because him and Jeff them flourished down the first vinyl album in the biddy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you know, niggas some legendary niggas in this city, man.
Do y'all remember DJ Devious? The one that passed away?
Like a motherfucker, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like
that dude right there was hip hop.
Hip hop.
I was never that cool with him, but I know that dude right there was something for the culture the time that he was here, man.
For sure. Devious was definitely different. He was playing your hip hop shit with your trap shit.
And he played a lot of instruments.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So he was in the beat battles that Q was putting together. No. Like, Devious was just so above a regular DJ as well. Because he was also a producer, and he was a beast, like just going head to head with people on anything. Like whether we scratching some records or you want to play some beats, like his tombstone literally says, "All I do is music, bro." Yeah. Like R.I.P. to that man for real. I remember seeing that shit on Facebook and being sick to my stomach.
Hey, to me,
hauling ass to Memorial Hospital, seeing nothing but the local scene, like in the fucking lobby, like.
It kind of changed after that, right?
Everybody putting their arms out to give what they had inside to help him. And, you know, at the end, he didn't make it. So
who were some of the DJs, RIP DVS, who were some of the DJs that you, like, came up on, like, as far as, like, maybe, like, mixtapes out of, like, Houston, Dallas, just New York or California, anywhere?
Man, you know us.
Man, mixtapes.
You know us.
Outside of Texas?
Just any Texas, outside of Texas.
I ain't gonna lie, I miss Drama and Wayne them because I was locked up.
Gangsta Grills,
But
all that.
yeah,
shit
I missed
was
all
dope.
that. But I'm gonna tell you, like for me,
I was real big on
for
Michael
me, it was
Watts and
screwed.
Beltway 8 and shit
For
like
me,
that.
it was screwed, dog.
Shit, Color Changing Click.
What I was saying, Color Changing Click didn't really have a DJ. That was just basically them slapping together.
Their DJ was
Ron C on some projects.
a lot of projects.
Yeah, but there was really just mainly just them niggas rapping.
But I thought Ron C was part of Color Changing Click.
He was just like he may have been at some point, but I thought he was always just more like their DJ and shit.
I mean, he was an individual. It wasn't like a Watts to a Swisher House.
Yeah,
comparison,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I would say those were like maybe
was
some of
cool for
my
me.
DJ like influences coming up type shit was definitely like DJ Screw, OG Raw C, then hearing like DJ Bull tapes and shit like that.
Well,
with
that's
the
what I'm saying. Are you
keys
talking
and
about
shit like
outside
that.
of Texas?
Well, outside of Texas,
everything you just named is like probably one part of Houston compared to like how many more
well,
there
then
were.
I wasn't
You know
really.
what I'm saying? And then not even including the
I
San
listened to like
Antonio,
I listened to like
Austin.
a few DJ Clue mixtapes, but it just wasn't really like my cup of tea. I guess I would say.
I would listen to them because it always had the latest freestyle shit from somebody, let's say, like a DMX, who you only heard these main records from because you bought these albums. There really wasn't no source to get any kind of other content.
Already.
You know what I mean? So you had to listen to those kind of things to be able to hear those freestyles to different beats and shit like that. You know, shit that you normally didn't get across the radio. And if you didn't know what to look up to download on the internet at that time,
hell yeah.
You know, DJ Clue or what's the other dude? What was 50's DJ?
Green Lantern or some shit like that.
Nah, Green Lantern was pretty dope too, but
forgot that nigga's name.
Damn. Well, whoever 50's DJ Who Kid.
Yeah,
Okay, so they were doing all that
yeah,
shit
yeah,
too.
yeah.
So you can't forget, you can't really say mixtape in the East Coast
Yeah.
without bringing up 50.
Yeah, for sure.
Because whatever we were seeing down here from, you know, our Texas artists, 50 was doing that
Doing the
shit
same
over
over
there.
there, yeah.
Maybe not starting at the same time, but they were doing the mixtapes. Their bodegas were our bomb records.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Their trade centers, all
yeah,
that shit.
yeah.
All their bodegas and all that shit that's selling those bootleg tapes, that was just our trade
See,
center
like,
in
like
Corpus.
I ain't gonna lie, like in our city, like you know what I'm saying. Bobby used to make like the coldest mixtapes. You know.
So
what I'm
Bobby
saying?
was selling mixtapes and shit like that too.
Yeah,
Already.
man. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, he'll make a like, he ain't was like selling like boom a lot, but you know what I'm saying.
But yeah, the niggas won't want to become a copy or a dub or something. Yeah,
yeah, man. Bobby was cold, man. Bobby was I'll tell you, man. And you know, one of his things was like the R&B, the slow music, man. I'm just telling you, man, he was so cold with how he put it together. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. You know, you can throw on music and call yourself a DJ, and you don't know how to bring these songs in. You just can't throw songs in and no, man. It's a system to this shit, man.
And all
You
that
know what
shit,
I'm
beat
saying?
matching, all
It's
that
the
shit.
it's a system to this shit, man. You trying to create a vibration. You know what I'm saying? Some shit that'll capture the soul, dog. On some real shit. And that's how DJ Screw was to me.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's how Screw was to me, man. When he first
Does
hit the
DJ
scene.
Quick count?
Huh? Well, you know, DJ Quick, shit.
Yeah,
DJ Quick
you know
didn't,
what I'm
but
saying?
you can't really.
Rhythm and all
But
that.
That's a whole other
But
coast.
DJ Quick, when DJ Quick went like mainstream, he wasn't necessarily doing those DJ Quick mixtapes. So when I think of DJ, I think
I thought we were just talking about DJing period because I mean they were doing the DJ thing. They just wasn't dropping mixtapes. In the East Coast, I mean the West Coast, I don't think. Not till later years.
Well, Too
Like,
Short, and then we're doing the Out the Trunk and all that. Hell yeah, they were doing like mixtapes and shit, basically on some like
thought
DJ
those
Screw
were
type
albums.
shit.
That's what.
Well, yeah, but they were basically Out the Trunk still. You know what I'm saying?
That's what Too Short would do. Too Short would take other people's beats and rap over them. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and make a
walk
personal
around-
tape
yeah,
for
and
you,
walk-
like
and walk
make a
around.
personal song for you and shit like
walk
that.
around selling them. You know what I'm saying? But that's you know that's what we used to do.
Hell yeah.
At first, until my partner got a little drum machine. You know what I'm saying? Well, we thought we were live.
I remember like in 2001 feeling like the man after dropping. We recorded a shitload of freestyle CDs. We would literally go to the Bomb Records, go buy instrumental CD, and record a CD, as many instrumentals as there were, and that was just one CD recorded like nonstop. Then we would make copies of that one. Right, we went to the T-Heads back when they used to pop. Back in the day, Slabs and everything was out there. Everybody. So we would find a spot. I had Bang in the trunk, pop the trunk, let the CD play. selling it to car after car after car, and by the time we left that hoe, we sold maybe like 40 CDs, all freestyle that night. Everything, that same push, that whole Friday or Saturday, whatever it was. And we got back to the car and we could hear like echoes of different songs that we had did
from different artists.
And that shit felt like the shit, bro. At that moment with all them people there, it felt like top of the world type shit. And that's because we got stopped by a cop walking up from Whataburger, and he asked my homie who has a stack of CDs if he had a permit to sell these motherfuckers.
What?
Everybody else slides them hoes in their pockets, right? This fool fucking's like, yeah, well, I got one. He's like, well, let me see it. He's like, wait, no, I don't. He's like, well, y'all can't be selling these CDs around here. Luckily, he let us keep them. We just fucking bounced from Whataburger to T-Heads. But even back then, 2001, they were still fucking not letting you sell something.
Yeah. Check it out. I used to fuck with Big O, right? This was like around about that time, 2001. And he was paying for the studio for us. Me, Ant, and Julius. We had a little group called $1 Million Minds. You know what I'm saying? And nigga, we used to get the CDs and shit. We used to get the CDs and shit from All Music, and we'll have some other CDs and stuff like that, selling them hoes and shit. I remember one spring break was out on the beach with them hoes, selling the fuck out them bitches. R.P. Big O, man. R.P. Big O. But yeah, I remember that era. That's about 2001 too, man.
Our beach is a slept on commodity amongst local artists. Yes, now, I'm not knocking anybody who goes to South by Southwest at all, but that is our equivalent to getting people from around the world in one spot, close as fuck to us, without having to go to South Padre.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Right here across our little fucking bridge, that little causeway, you hit over there with product, you make your money. You have these same cars that are out there on the beach listening to your shit if it's banging. I remember fucking like that year, I think 50 Cent had dropped. And all the footage I had from that year was just different 50 Cent songs.
I remember that year. That
was
Spring Break 2004 with that 50 Cent Get Rich or Die Trying came out.
I thought it was one.
It may have been 2003 or 2. It was 2003 or 2004, but that was when that Get Rich or Die Trying came out, and every car at the fucking beach was fucking listening to that fucking CD. Like, no matter where you fucking with. But shit, Droop, you got any DJs that you grew up on? And
shit, DJ Screw, man. You know who else are? A lot of people. Bellway 8, bro.
DJ Mike Mo.
Yeah, you remember them?
Full screen.
Mike Mo.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna change it up a little bit.
Yeah, shit.
For sure. Who I like is different, but to me, when the hip hop and rock mixed, DJ Lethal from the group Limp Bizkit.
Already.
Just that. You're talking about he's alright.
DJ Lethal.
I used to listen to shit out of some Limp Bizkit.
Okay, well, to me, hearing that rap and rock together, and then hearing them like scratch on a whole different other genre of music, that shit was badass to me. You know what I mean? And then another one was DJ Starscream from Slipknot. Same thing. You know what I mean? The way they were able to mix the hip hop culture into that music was badass to me.
Yeah, I saw that fucking Woodstock shit. That shit, they fucking tore that shit down.
Yeah.
So it was Spring Break fucking 2003. Whenever every fucking car was banging that motherfucker. Cause that bitch had just came out. It was barely like a month old, and I remember they already had the screwed version for sale at the Trade Center. I remember that bitch was just it made the Trade Center and the Barn Records, and it was just straight slowed down. There wasn't no chops or nothing, no blends. Each song was just individually slowed down and put on the CD, and it was 50 Cent, Get Rich or Die Trying, screwed.
But that's what I'm saying. So, that's why I say our beach is a slept-on thing, because the way you're hearing 50 Cent, you should be able to be hearing yourself.
You could also, since South by Southwest is a whole week long too, and basically Spring Break is a week long, you could also maybe plan something to where you hit the beach the first couple of days of the Spring Break and then backdoor it and then hit South by Southwest. Now that would be like a hell of a game plan right there. And we actually did that, me and Mr. Cantu, we did that Spring Break 2016. We actually pressed up some product. I made him a CD cover and everything. We pressed up the CDs and everything. And we literally hit the beach, and then we sold some of the CDs, and then we left the beach and drove straight to South by Southwest and stayed at South by Southwest for like 3 days. And then we were on 6th Street basically selling those CDs.
Yeah.
And this was the era when niggas was throwing CDs on the flow type shit. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, most of the CDs that he sold were to people that we knew, but to us it was still like, nigga came to Austin. It felt like we came to Austin and put in some work type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, anytime you fucking put any kind of work in, like nobody could down talk that.
Don't discredit that shit
at all. You know what I mean? Like,
fuck that.
I still have
like
that CD.
hitting
Remember
both
the one
of
I had told you about
the
back?
beach
Go ahead,
and
man, dude.
Austin.
Still have it.
That's a no brainer. If you could hit up the other beach and our beach and Austin.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
You know what I mean? Like in all 1 week, hey, that's the life you've been looking for. To be honest.
Hell yeah.
Texas tour right there.
This shit alone.
Hell yeah.
Alone, like I mean, we got enough big cities for y'all to make a statement of yourself. You know,
Hell
so
yeah. Port A, all
like,
that shit. Hell
and
yeah.
without ever leaving the state.
Shit, that's another one. We got this beach and Port A Beach.
Hell yeah. All right, we're gonna move on to the next topic, and then after that we'll talk about the NFL and shit. But
homie said I used to pop trunk at car washes. My bad.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Whoever that is.
Gabriel.
That's DJ Fab. That's DJ Fab right there.
Gabriel.
Yeah.
Oh.
Straight out of Kingsville.
Early
What's good,
2000s.
Kingsville,
That's what's
Texas?
up, bro.
What's good?
Hey, we all got these same stories. That's what's
What's up,
crazy.
Kingsville? I'm
Is that
from
we
Bishop.
were just living them at different spots.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? Like this is all collectively the world that did happen.
Hell yeah.
You know?
But that's how crazy the culture is. You know what I'm
sure.
saying, man? That's just how crazy, it's so diverse, man. That you know, I really think it's what really bring people together, man.
Music.
Like, for real.
Hell
Yeah. Not just music, but this music. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of music do, but especially this music, bro. Especially this music, man.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because there's so much done off the back of this music.
Oh,
this,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's so much that's came off
prime
the back
example
of
what
this
he was saying, like Limp Bizkit. Like they changed the rock that their people were used to and threw the rap in it. And then you get somebody to co-sign like Method Man.
But
Oh,
you know,
man.
you had
rolling.
You had Rage. You know what I'm saying? You had Rage Against the Machine before
Yes.
him, my nigga. You know what I'm
The
saying?
first was Aerosmith
if you want to be
and Run DMC.
technical, nigga, I've been fucking with Rage Against the Machine since them niggas came out. You know what I'm saying? And I was a young nigga. I was a young parent. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even have Lil Cree yet.
Oh,
You
shit.
dig what I'm saying?
Damn.
I ain't even have Lil Cree yet, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So shit.
Hell
Them
yeah.
niggas was before Limp. And them niggas was on some, but they're more political with the shit. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, same thing like he said, like with Run DMC. You talking about with Aerosmith at the
Aerosmith,
time.
yeah.
You talking about giants in their
Yeah.
own genres. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't have to fucking tap in with each other.
Walk This Way
But the
was a
fact
song.
that they did, you know, like just
that's
let
dope,
you
though.
know that shit was not to be stopped anytime soon.
Look,
And we
that was a
talking about
game
like
changer.
40
look,
years ago.
Look, I'm gonna tell you what that song did. That song is what allowed rap music to go commercial. It pushed rap music into the commercial. It opened that market for us. That allowed us into that market.
Damn.
Yeah.
But it also revived Aerosmith's career, man. It revived their career. Let me tell you, because prior to that, them niggas had been missing for a while. Them niggas was going through their thing with drugs and everything. You know what I'm saying? When they got that opportunity to do that shit with Run Them, and Run Them got that opportunity, both parties benefit that.
Yep.
Because after that, nigga, that boy
Whose
started
house?
to write some of the, not even that, but Aerosmith. But even Aerosmith, after that, nigga, we got that album Pump, nigga. Out of their ass, we got some
Got
of their
the Armageddon,
we got
later
some of the
on.
greatest shit after them niggas after that. You know what I'm saying? Like real shit.
That Armageddon soundtrack.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a bad motherfucker though. I was doing time on that
Hey,
soundtrack.
shout out to Bruce Willis. Can
I
you
was a
believe
young
he
nigga
can't
doing
talk no
time.
more?
What?
Bruce Willis, he got some kind of disease where he's not able to talk anymore.
What the
He's not
fuck?
acting
For real?
no more.
Yeah, that sucks.
We'll cover that one on the next one. Shit,
Damn.
we'll do some research and we'll cover that one on the
Boy
next
gonna die hard for real.
Yeah.
All right, like I said, this last topic we're gonna talk about in San Antonio, Texas. A mother was defending her 11-year-old daughter from bullies when she was ran over by, I want to say, I don't know if it was one of the bullies' mothers or somebody, but she was ran over outside of her house. Yeah, that one right there.
Damn.
Basically trying to stop the bullies from jumping on her little girl. They had been bullying her at school. Then the bully showed up.
A mother, she's the daughter.
Fight the little girl. The little girl goes outside.
This is not fair.
Girls, and then
New at 10, a local family in tears after the death of 28-year-old Ashley Lopez. Lopez was run over during a street fight on the city's west side. Police have since arrested the driver, 36-year-old Penny Gomez, in connection with Lopez's death. Tonight, the victim's family shares their side of the story as they prepare to bury Lopez. KENS 5 reporter Sarah Duran has that story from the west side.
Looking straight into our camera, Ana Blanco's question is simple.
Why? Why did you do this?
She wants to know why someone would run over her daughter, Ashley Lopez.
I don't know what was going through that lady's mind.
Police say 36-year-old Penny Gomez drove over Lopez and another woman Wednesday night. The other woman survived, but Lopez died at the scene on South Picoso Street near Benavides Park. Moments before, Blanco says Lopez was defending her 11-year-old daughter.
My granddaughter who's inside, she was being bullied from kids from school.
Blanco says the kids showed up at Lopez's home to bully the young girl, and a fight broke out in the street. As things began to escalate, Gomez went into her car and drove into the crowd.
People were hitting the car, they were telling her, stop, she's there, she's under, and she wouldn't stop.
Lopez's mother and sister-in-law, Andrea Mata, don't know the suspect. However, they believe the suspect's daughter was living at Lopez's house at the time.
To our recollection, they were not fighting. They were not fighting or anything, so there was no bad blood between them.
Which leaves them wondering why Gomez would run Lopez over. For now, they reflect on the 28-year-old's life, raising money for her funeral. The family hosted a plate sale Saturday with It's God's Motorcycle Ministry.
And we can give her, hopefully we're able to give her a proper burial.
For a daughter, sister, and mother they love so much.
She will be missed. She will always be in my heart. Always.
On the west side, Sarah Duran, KENS 5.
It's my fucking fault. So what do you do then? I do what the fuck I can to try to make this motherfucker not be a bully.
New at 10, a local family in tears after the death of 28-year-old Ashley Lopez.
I knew that nigga was a bully and I ain't do nothing about it.
Police have since arrested the driver, 36-year-old Penny Gomez, in connection with Lopez's death. Tonight, the victim's family shares their side of the story as they prepare to bury Lopez. KENS 5 reporter Sarah Duran has that story from the west side.
Looking straight into our camera, Ana Blanco's question is simple.
Why? Why did you do this?
She wants to know why someone would run over her daughter, Ashley Lopez.
I don't know what was going through that lady's mind.
Police say 36-year-old Penny Gomez drove over Lopez and another woman Wednesday night. The other woman survived, but Lopez died at the scene on South Picoso Street near Benavides Park. Moments before, Blanco says Lopez was defending her 11-year-old daughter.
My granddaughter who's inside, she was being bullied.
I don't know how many friends y'all got
kids from school.
Blanco says the kids showed up at Lopez's home to bully the young girl, and a fight broke out in the street. As things began to escalate, Gomez went into her car and drove into the crowd.
People were hitting the car, they were telling her, stop, she's there, she's under, and she wouldn't stop.
Lopez's mother and sister-in-law, Andrea Mata, don't know the suspect. However, they believe the suspect's daughter was living at Lopez's house at the time.
To our recollection, they were not fighting. They were not fighting or anything, so there was no bad blood between them.
Which leaves them wondering why Gomez would run Lopez over. For now, they reflect on the 28-year-old's life, raising money for her funeral. The family hosted a plate sale Saturday with It's God's Motorcycle Ministry.
And we can give her, hopefully we're able to give her a proper burial.
For a daughter, sister, and mother they love so much.
She will be missed. She will always be in my heart. Always.
On the west side, Sarah Duran, KENS 5.
But let's go back what he said. He said
that's why the system's gonna own his ass.
Jumping on her wife and all that. Okay, if you got other kids too, that's setting a bad example for those.
New at 10, a local family in tears after the death of 28-year-old Ashley Lopez. Lopez was run over during a street fight on the city's west side. Police have since arrested the driver, 36-year-old Penny Gomez, in connection with Lopez's.
No, nigga, get your bitch ass out, nigga. Or I give you, if I can't kick you, if you're the age I can't kick you out, bitch, I give you to the system. I don't want to hear fuck y'all. I don't want to hear shit, nigga. You're not gonna be beating my wife, nigga. You're not gonna be trying to buck me, nigga.
You're not gonna be influencing these other kids
You're not
to
to
do dumb
terrorize
shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
kids,
exactly.
You're not to terrorize the neighborhood, nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No, bitch, we give you to the system, man.
Yeah,
real shit.
Fuck that.
Real shit.
Fuck that.
It's like a never-ending cycle too, though. You know what I mean?
That's what the system is. Basically, that's
well,
what
I'm
the
saying
system
if we're
is.
talking about from being a bully as a kid
Yeah.
in school,
yeah,
like that's not part of the system yet, is it?
So you think it starts with the parents?
I mean,
Hell
you're kinda, like he said, if that's how you raise your kids, don't be
somewhere,
fucking
bro.
surprised.
No, they're taught that shit. They're taught that
If
shit.
you're the parent
It starts
that
somewhere,
kick
bro.
in and rah-rah
They're
and
gonna
act the way they see, and you're letting them do
At
that
the house,
shit,
huh?
that's your
Yeah.
fucking fault. But if you're that parent that's trying to do everything to get this, and this nigga just wants to constantly, or she wants to constantly do that, and you know you're not raising that child like that, man, and that motherfucker just want to be a motherfucker, want to buck the system, fuck him. I give you a system to buck. I give you a system to buck, because guess what? I can't do nothing with you over here.
Yeah.
Hey,
We
boot
gave you
camp,
shit.
motherfucker. Remember that shit?
Shit, I wouldn't, man.
Y'all remember when they used to send kids?
Look, man.
Yeah.
Look.
I'm lucky that I don't know.
What was that? Omori? Remember that guy? The sergeant guy? Shit, he was scared the fuck out of me.
But I'm lucky that I don't know that that's still out there. So my kids have been pretty damn good if that's the scale that we rating from. You know what I mean? Like that type of shit.
Fuck that nigga.
Nah, it was a video.
Okay.
That nigga deranged.
It was a video that was muted.
Yeah, it was the audio to that video.
Yeah, that's what somebody had said. They couldn't hear us because they could only hear the video that was playing. You fixed it? Yeah. Already.
But yeah, I think that's the cycle that also keeps going around and around. It's not just the system that's a cycle. It's like it's the generational shit that we pass on.
Man,
Oh, we all got that
like
crazy
my kids
ass.
aren't gonna know a lot of shit I knew. You know what I mean?
if-
Like I've sheltered them from having to make some of these decisions that I got to make that were stupid.
Yeah.
You know. Now hopefully she takes my
But
advice and how both of them.
And I'm not saying that with your child specifically, but how do you know how much you have sheltered? Because you don't think your mom thought she had you sheltered when you were out there doing what you were doing?
Nah.
So your mom just knew you were out there just
my
free-for-alling it.
mom knew I was out there.
Because my
and it was-
grandparents thought I'm over here at such and such's house playing fucking Madden and shit. Me and such and back there getting high. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of shit.
Nah,
So you just told your mom straight up, hey, I'm finna go get high at fucking such and such house.
No. I didn't tell her I was gonna get high. Never that. That wasn't until like years later, and even then it was like so much I admitted to. She was like, "God damn, like, you know, what did I really do?" And I'm like, "You did your thing. I was a hard head. I had to go and find out on my own, you know." And that's why I said earlier when I text you, I was like, my mom's a witness to all these stories.
Already.
You know, like she just didn't get all the details, but she saw it front.
Already.
You know, whatever it ended with type of shit. And
Yeah.
somebody always wanted to take it to the house, and my house just wasn't the house to take it to. So,
Shit, we
not
had
with my mom.
We
shit.
had the train tracks in Northside. You know what I'm saying? We some little bad motherfuckers, bro.
Yeah.
Swear
My
to
mom
God.
would have rather me be there at the house, safe, doing what I was doing.
Well, that's what he was saying.
No,
too.
well,
That
yeah,
mom
that's
would
my
always-
mom too. So,
Yeah.
like, you know, I would say
So I
that
still
she would get. I
burn.
was the only child till I was 13. So,
Yeah.
and my parents were split. So if I didn't get it from the left side, I got it from the right side.
Yeah.
Well, I stayed with my mom for the longest time. She had my little brother. The attention focused on him. On that side, had a little sister. Attention's focused on her. There go my 13-year-old ass all out the
Yeah.
door. So
Yeah, real shit.
anything that was out there and I could get my hands on or be a part of, I was a part of it.
Fuck.
So, and it was all different walks of life. So you say Limp Bizkit, I was
Yeah.
still listening to fucking, you know, fucking P and Screw at the time, and Pac from my mom.
Yeah.
So that's why I said a lot of that wasn't really sheltered. Like
yeah.
I was a baby in the back seat with some 2 Live Crew playing. Like,
I wasn't one of them kids. You dig what I'm saying? I'm a different breed. I wasn't one of them kids. Nigga. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't no air supply playing up in this motherfucker. Nigga, nah, I'm messing with you. You dig what I'm saying?
But see, they was listening to like, you know, the Ramon Ayala's for Spanish and shit. They were listening to like Journey for that kind of music. Metallica, everything was pumping in my ear. Oldies like a motherfucker. So, like anything that, you know, got pumped in this year, pretty much stayed in there, and and it's music that stayed with me a long way. Like
that's the same thing that pretty much happened with me, man.
Yeah, like that's just how we were raised. Different. Like when I try to play music now for my kid, it's like when I'm trying to play her old movies, and I'm like, well, what you watching now reminds me of this, and I'll put something old on. And show her like the original where this kind of came from.
I'm
showing her the sample. You know what I'm saying? I'm showing her the sample. You know what I mean? Like, so music too. I'm like, well, this is actually this person's song. This is Rick James, bitch. You know that type of shit. You know, and she's listening to Nicki Minaj or Megan Thee Stallion, whatever that song is. You know, and it's just that fucking way we were raised.
Yeah.
To educate you. At the same time, you know, not to diss what you're doing, but just know where it came from.
Yeah.
Know what you're talking about.
Nah, real shit.
Real shit,
Real shit.
Hell yeah, for sure. Cree had sent me something earlier that a Georgia couple was charged with raping their adopted sons and pimping them out. You want to talk about that one a little bit?
Yeah. Before we go too, man. You know, so I know we get ready to go out. I wasn't sure shit. We could talk about the next time, whatever. But yeah, man, these two it's a couple, it's a gay couple, man. You know what I'm saying? And they adopted these two kids, man. The whole time they've been molesting these kids, bro. You know what I'm saying? And selling them to other people, man. You know what I'm saying? And these the same people, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, advocate
I sent you the picture.
For a bunch of bullshit that people still fighting for rights, certain type of rights to, you know what I'm saying? Not as a what I am, but as a race of people, as a human race compared to what the fuck I think I am, man. And y'all getting shit over us with this type of shit going on. You know what I'm saying? Y'all from fucking reading books in front of fucking bunch of kids. You know what I'm saying? With your private parts out and all this type of shit, man. And y'all getting this fucking free fucking ride, man. And ain't nobody. It's just, man, this shit is fucked up, bro. The shit is fucked up, you know what I'm saying? And it was some other shit that, you know, that is so fucking addictive. Motherfuckers say she identifies as a man, but get pregnant because she said, I at least want to carry one time. You dig what I'm saying? You look like a whole fucking man. You say you identify as a man, but you got pregnant on purpose to say, I just wanted to carry at least once before, you know, I transition. So you know who the fuck you are. You know what I'm saying? Quit playing these fucking games. Quit putting us up under all this mother with this his, theirs, and we shit. No, you are who the fuck you are. We are who the fuck we are. And let's get through fucking life, man. But ain't nobody got to be putting up with no motherfucking stress when you got you motherfuckers over here with these motherfucking kids doing this foul ass shit.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
You know what I'm
This
saying?
shit right here is insane, bro.
Yep.
Pimping these fucking kids out and shit. You know what I'm saying? Act like, front like this shit don't be fucking happening, man.
And then they front like they just some. Obviously, if the kids are adopted, they sit in their front like they're just the
Like
perfect.
some upholding citizens and shit.
Exactly.
Dog,
You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't just gonna let some people who are in a fucked up situation.
The family wondering how these motherfuckers getting all this fucking money, man. The other family, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Motherfuckers said they kind of had feelings. Bitch, if you had feelings, you know, what's the name? Reservations about the shit. Bitch, call the shit in. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, man, they be putting up a facade for this shit, dog. Bitch, you are who you are, bro. You are who the fuck you are. This one fucking Republican, I don't know, this representative of Republican, whatever the fuck his name is, who been advocating against the LBG fucking community and shit. Come to find out, the motherfucker, it was a fucking drag queen.
God,
you know what I'm saying? Come to find out, he married a fucking teenager, bro.
Hey, they say it always be your own people,
You
though,
know what
huh?
I'm saying?
real
Come to
shit.
find out, they went and dug some shit up on the motherfuckers, a drag queen. You know what I'm saying? Used to be a drag queen. He fucking married a kid, bro, and the kid was telling him, no, I don't want to marry you. He kept begging the motherfucker, say he proposed to him 3 fucking times, man. You know what I'm saying? Quit fucking fronting, dog. Bitch, you are who you are, man. And quit putting the stress on the fucking common people with this fuck shit.
Hell yeah.
Nah, real shit.
Bitch,
bro.
hold, stand on, like a nigga stay in these streets, stand on your shit. No, you just a bitch who like pussy. You just a nigga who like dick. You not no fucking chick.
Yeah.
And bitch, you not no nigga. You see, when you act like one of the nigga put them hands on you, then you want to be a bitch. You want to go to the courtroom in a fucking dress.
Yep.
Facts.
You want to fall off in courtroom with a dress and bopped up after you been acting like a fucking nigga the whole time.
Hell yeah. For sure, man.
And then a female be talking shit to a punk. No, I ain't trying to cut you off. A female be talking shit to one of them gay dudes, and then when he get, you know, cause you call him a bitch and shit. Then when he beat your fucking ass, you want to advocate for him to be identified as a fucking bitch, right?
Yeah.
But when he beat your fucking ass, you want to say a man put his hands on you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Let's quit fucking playing with the shit, dog,
Yeah.
and call it what the fuck it is, man.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, this shit's crazy, bro.
Yeah, bitch, we gonna use our logic today, but that's some real nigga shit, dog. We gonna call this shit what it is, man. Y'all ain't finna put the stress on the people, dog, because y'all wanna do some man, you motherfuckers got people doing shit so crazy, man. With this bullshit, you got motherfuckers identifying as pets now. You know what I'm
Have you
saying?
seen that
Oh
shit?
yeah, motherfucker, a bitch identifies as a furry. What the fuck is a furry, man? You know what I'm saying? This bitch.
I answer that for you.
What is that?
Where they dress up in costumes and have sex.
Well, this bitch said kitty litter in the fucking shower in the girl's restroom, my nigga, and that's where she go piss at, dog. You know what I'm saying? And they have to let her do this shit. Man, I kick that hoe in her head if I was one of the females, dog. I'm going into the shower and I'm trying to shower. This bitch over here pissing in the corner. Yeah, I'm gonna kick that hoe in her head, bitch.
God damn.
I'm not playing these games out here with these people, man.
Hey, have you seen that one where that dude was identifying himself as a deer, man? He got shot by them.
And what the fuck he get? What the fuck he get?
You want to be a deer? You gonna get shot?
Yeah,
Deer,
bitch. They should have cooked his ass too. They should have
made deer jerky with his ass.
this bitch ass and cooked that bitch ass nigga too. They should have made deer sausage too, fucker.
All of a sudden, he's a human again.
Yeah,
this shit's crazy, bro.
What if you know, it says adopted sons, right? Like, what if you're that father of those adopted sons and lost your child somewhere down the way for whatever reason? Girl that you smashed got pregnant, disappeared on your ass, threw the fucking kid to you know what I'm saying, to adoption, whatever.
Yeah.
And you're the father looking for your kid, and that's one of your sons.
Justice.
You know what I'm saying?
You try to get your
Justice.
kids.
Yeah.
You try to get your kids. I don't kill nobody, bro. This is what I say. You know, if y'all was together and the shit happened, I'd have killed the motherfucker. If my family was together, or I had custody of my kids, I'd have killed the motherfucker.
Nah.
But finding out that these are my kids, now I need to save them, bro. It ain't gonna do me no good being in the penitentiary.
Yeah.
And they get with somebody else and somebody else hurt them. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on the situation. If they was in my custody and some fuck shit like that happened, a motherfucker molested, that bitch got to go. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But if the chick ran off, man, and come to find out, you know what I'm saying, I had kids, and hey, man, you really are the dad, and yada yada, this what happened, man. My duty is to try to be out here for him.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
But that'd be some shit to end up in that situation.
Yeah, it would.
That'd be crazy, bro. Really,
you know,
honestly, bro.
Yeah, the emotions you would go through as just being a father and finding out where your kid has been for 13, 14 years, however old these kids are. Shit.
Hell yeah.
And then you find out you went through all that shit too, though. That's just like.
Yeah, and that's because if them kids ain't seen you in such a long time or whatever, you gonna have to slowly start the process. You just can't just jump.
That kid's gonna be pissed.
How do you not go full speed?
Not even that.
Because there ain't no slow speed. You were picked up in full speed. I don't
even think the state would. No, I'm saying I don't think the state would just let you just get custody of them right then and there. They would make them go through some.
No, they gotta do like a background shit.
Look, you have to. They're not gonna just give them to you right there. Yeah. You're gonna have to, because
those kids are gonna have to be put through counseling and all types of shit like that before
it's a process. You gotta go. They gotta check your psychological your background and all
make sure you even fit for the
it's a process. They're gonna check all that shit.
But okay, so then let's rewind back to the people, to the couple. So they passed all that shit. Everything y'all are just saying that this man now needs, who's now the father, of that same kid.
Yeah.
These same people that did that shit to your kid
Yeah.
passed all these
They
tests
was
you're
good.
about
Yeah,
to get.
exactly.
I
And that's
mean,
why
they
that's
was
what we're
good.
saying earlier, that
But-
they had to put on some goddamn picture perfect shit, because
Yeah.
that adoption process, they not just if your household's a fucked up household,
Yeah.
they not finna let you adopt no kids. Like, you almost have to present
gonna
that white,
I- look,
that
I'm
white picket
adopted.
fence goddamn
Yeah.
You know what I'm
lifestyle
saying?
type
They're gonna
shit.
make it look pretty
People-
to get that kid.
The people who adopted me were my sitters. You know what I'm saying? They said they up from birth till 2 years old. They were my sitters. I was adopted at 2. They were my sitters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I don't know how that went. I just know they were people in my life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They wasn't the only people that tried to adopt me. You know what I'm saying? Another family tried to adopt me too, but I think because those people were my sitters, the state allowed me to go with them. You know what I'm
You're
saying?
comfortable with them.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
Shit, I was too. I don't remember that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't remember that part, but I do remember about from 3 years old and up. I remember from about there 3, 4 and like that, from that era right there. But yeah,
Hell yeah, man.
I mean, that's just, like, that could have easily, not easily, but that could have been you. Just,
yeah.
you know.
Well, you know what? Things happen. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
like,
for real.
like I wasn't adopted because I was adopted. You know what I'm saying? Shit happened, bro. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It was the reason I got there.
Yeah.
But that's why it's, most of the time it's always best to try to get the kids that are needing to be adopted to with family, because whenever I feel like when you go with people that ain't family, most of the time it's gonna be, not most of the time, but it's more liable for
Shit
fucked up
like that to
situation to
happen.
happen. And not even saying that it can't happen when you do go with family, because there's plenty of situations where it does happen with family too. You know what I'm saying?
Mainly
But
with mainly with little girls, man.
Exactly,
You know what I'm saying?
shit
Mainly
like
with
that,
little
hell
girls,
yeah.
little boys too, man. But mainly with little girls, man. You know what I'm
Hell
saying?
yeah.
It's like I understand why, like, when some women, they have multiple kids and they're mainly girls that they have, and you don't see them in a relationship, and you be like, oh, you're a single mother and all that bullshit. Well, you know what? Niggas is foul out here. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Niggas, she can't afford to. She got to be very careful about who she let in her fucking house, man.
Hell yeah.
When it comes to men, because a nigga, while she at work, that nigga be trying to do something to one of them
Hell
girls,
yeah.
man.
Hell
Because why? He ain't got no blood ties to that child.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And
Even if he did, that's he's that type of person.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But
you can't. It's hard to put a limitation on that sick of a mind.
No, I'm not saying about that, but I'm not saying it's easier access.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
The
I got
access is easier because it's not his child. You know what I'm saying? At least a motherfucker who know that's his child, he's sick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But a nigga sit back and watch her grow. You know what I'm saying? From a child into a woman, and be like, oh shit, she's starting to fill out and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And she 13, 14. Motherfuckers are sick, man. Look, boy, I come out the penitentiary from a place like that. You know what I'm saying? And nigga, this woman that, and look, bro, this is how fucked up it is. This is how fucked up it is. She go tell her mama what the nigga doing, and the mama be like, no, you done seduced this nigga.
Yeah. Or take the nigga, take
you
the
know
nigga
what I'm saying?
side.
Take the nigga side.
Yeah.
Say you done seduced this nigga. You know what I'm saying? And now she out. She out on she out in the streets. And guess what happens when she out in the streets? Some young nigga or some old nigga gonna see her out there. And she just come from this shit. So she know what the nigga was already telling her, don't be quiet for her to in order for her to survive the shit. So she gonna go out here and be quiet to survive. You dig what I'm saying? So the shit with the little boy, he not gonna say shit. You know how many young boys out here have been molested, bro? That's not gonna say shit. It's not gonna say shit, bro. That's not gonna say shit, bro, because nigga already dying on the inside. That's the last thing you can let a nigga know that happened to you, bro. It's the last thing you let a nigga know, man. Even when you know it's not your fault. It always seem like it's your fault. How could this happen to me? You know what I'm saying? I'm alpha nigga uncle. Alpha nigga been adopted into his family by his fucking uncle. Or one of his cousins. One of his relatives molesting him, bro.
Real
Nigga, I was locked up with a nigga who was molesting him, bro. So he became one.
Damn.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Locked up with a nigga who brother was molesting him, bro. And I'm talking about molesting him from 9 to 15.
God damn.
You dig what I'm saying?
That's crazy, bro.
To 15, nigga.
God damn.
Shit, just like I said in the comments, the world we live in now be fucked up.
Yeah. That's facts right there, but that's wild, bro.
Say, look, dog, I did 7 years, bro. I did 4 years and something on a sex offender unit, man. And I don't know if you ever heard this basketball player named Oliver Miller. You ever heard of Oliver Miller? He used to play for the Phoenix Suns back in the Gap. Well, I was locked up with his dad, Oliver Miller Sr. That nigga that was like 6'9". You know what I'm saying? Tall, lanky old dude. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, man, why this is in the fucking the captain, when you go in there, man, he let you know this. He told me, you know what I'm saying, anywhere from 75 to 85% of the inmate is a sex offender, my nigga. Wow. So for every 100 niggas on there, only 15 to 25 niggas in there on a dope case, or some shit like that, or a robbery charge. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of them niggas. Yeah. But I'm asking myself, like, nigga, what the fuck am I doing up here, man? I asked Mr. Miller that shit. That nigga was like, shit, somebody got to work for these women. And that's where I worked. I was working in the library. You know what I'm saying? Nigga got to work because they can't work. They can't be around them, bro. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I'm telling you about this dude, because I've been around this shit. And I'm asking myself, nigga, I got 7 granddaughters, nigga. Just about, you dig what I'm saying? So when God set my bitch ass down, you know, he set me where I needed to be set. I know all the other thug shit, but I don't know about shit like this. Nigga, you got 7 granddaughters, and I'm gonna sit you on this type of unit, nigga, so you can get around this fuck shit and be prepared when you get your ass get out here, bro. I done heard some of the sickest shit, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, bro. So that shit is real, man. Look.
You come across any of that shit, Drew?
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot. Hell yeah, dog. Hey, he's not lying about those statistics right there, man. There's a lot of units like that, dog. You know what I'm saying? You can name them off. High Tower is like the main one that they all go to, dog. They're over there on a huge unit, dude. McConnell, man, everywhere, bro. They're everywhere, bro.
So they isolated in units, but they
call them safe prisons.
Right? They have a program in prison.
Call it safe prison.
It's called safe prison now, bro. You know what I'm saying? So if you put your hands on, sex offender.
Safe
transsexual shit like that, dude. It's a hate crime, dog.
Hate crime.
Off the rip.
And it's a free world charge.
Even if, let's say, they robbed you for a pack of ramen or some shit,
it's still a hate
crime.
Matter. It's a hate crime, dog. You put your hands on the people.
It had nothing to do with that.
Look, they said, when I got on the unit, this is what I was told.
That's why they don't really have like the rapes and all that shit like the way they used to in like the 90s and 80s and back in the day. That's ever since that safe prison shit was incorporated.
Look, this motherfucker told this is what the captain told me, my nigga, when I got on the unit. He said, "Don't fuck with none of my white boys and don't fuck with none of these gay guys." He said you'll make your time through here. That's just what he told me, man. Those words that came out of that motherfucker's mouth, though. Say, don't fuck with my white boys and don't fuck with none of these gay dudes. You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Well, I know where I'm at. I'm in West Texas. You know what I'm saying? I know where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the clan handle.
Yep. What's it?
Shit. Yeah, real nigga shit.
They call that shit over there.
That's where I'm at. So I know where I'm at, man. And say, nigga, them niggas say that shit was running freely and rampant. Damn. You know what I'm saying? You, my nigga, you be sitting at my nigga, you be sitting there chopping it up with a nigga. See, this is what I worked in the library. I read the newspaper all the time, dog. Yeah. I'm reading the Dallas paper. I'm reading the Houston paper. I'm reading Corpus Christi Call-the-Times. I'm reading everything, bro. So when these niggas get out, I done seen these niggas on the unit when they get out. Where you from, full school? Yeah, I'm from Dallas, yada, 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 yada. These niggas get out. They got the register. So when I be going through the newspaper, nigga, I be seeing these niggas. I be like, and I've been telling you don't even know. You dig what I'm saying? But also, one way that I knew that on graduation, like if you had a trade or something like that, you know, niggas take a trade or they go to get their GED.
Yeah.
Well, graduation time is like visitation time. Your family can come. They come to the graduation. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you got your little sisters, you know, the females and stuff like that. Soon as you get your certificate, all the sex offenders got to go to another room.
Yeah, they can't be in there.
They can't be in there with them. So that's how I was knowing who was a fucking sex offender.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
they
saying?
put them in a certain place too.
And I'm telling you,
visitation, man.
It be 75 motherfuckers graduating, 10 left in the fucking room with their family, and 65 motherfuckers in the other room.
God damn.
That's crazy. I know I've looked up like sex offenders, like on, I don't know what it's like sexoffender.com or some shit like that, and it gives you a map of Corpus and it gives you dots. We got like chicken pox on this.
Fuck yeah.
Chicken pox like a motherfucker,
Fuck
bro.
yeah.
Like when I looked at it, the last spot I was at the last cave, right across the street.
Say every look,
set
bro.
that camera up real nice from corner to corner.
Say every time one move into my neighborhood, I get a letter with that nigga picture.
Man.
Every time, bro. Every time somebody want to move in the neighborhood near us, we get a letter, bro, with that nigga picture, bro.
God damn.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy, bro. That's crazy.
And that's for life, right?
Hell yeah.
For sure, man. Well, we're gonna get ready to step up out of here, but before we step up out of here, we're gonna get some Super Bowl picks. They was asking us what the Super Bowl picks was, so let's get some Super Bowl picks. See who y'all got.
Who's left?
I got Dallas, though.
The Chiefs.
He got Dallas. He ain't lying either. Hey, let me answer that question earlier, though. The question to start this shit was, why do people hate the Cowboys so much? It's because of that right there. No, but that part of the fans, because my pops isn't my step pops. He isn't like in my face with it. He loves it. Yeah. You know what I mean? But he doesn't do all that extra shit y'all do, which is funny because I love all of y'all. But goddamn, when y'all win, I feel like, I mean, when y'all lose, I'm just like, I feel relieved because the day that they do come back and win a Super Bowl, I have so many people around me in my circles that are just going to look at me and go, I told you. Even if it's like 10 years from now, they still going to be there. And that's what's crazy is they've been fans that long too. Like my step pops and my mother-in-law,
and let me ask you this,
nothing but Dallas Cowboy shit every Christmas.
Being a fan of another team, it wouldn't make you happy to see Dallas win, to see your peoples happy?
So, okay, I'm gonna give you some right here.
No, on some real shit. On some real shit. Like your uncles, your peoples that been cheering for Dallas. And,
I got your answer. So I was watching the fucking game with my mother-in-law a couple years back when they were doing this shit again and getting close again. And it was like, oh shit, again, right? And they fucking lost. Well, I'm looking at her face across the table. I'm like loving it the whole time, knowing they're about to lose. Her face is not nothing like mine. She's not taking it well. Somebody just died type of shit. Like, for real. And to see her react that way, I felt bad. I couldn't even enjoy the fucking loss. Because of looking at her, my mother-in-law, since I was like 14 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I was like, I don't want it.
She was doing this shit to herself year after fucking
So would it make you happy if to see her happy for Dallas winning the Super Bowl?
I'm okay with being happy and buying her cowboy shit every fucking birthday and Christmas. Nothing that says Super Bowl champs of 2023.
Because like my grandma, my grandpa, my mom and them, they were all like super duper Cowboy fans type shit. So even though I ain't super duper Cowboy fan, like to see them win, I know it would put a smile on a bunch of my family members' faces. So forever. So to me, that would make me happy to see them be happy that they won.
I can't let them.
I guess I don't just dig myself into sports to where I hate a team that much to where.
I guess I do because I can't let them have it.
Next year, dog.
But you know what's funny is everybody for the most part was the opposite when we went to the Super Bowl. 2 times, right?
Yeah.
We lost the first time. I got it from everywhere. Every Cowboy fan, every.
But I'm also the type of person, like if the Broncos were playing, it was against a team that I didn't care, I would cheer for the Broncos because I would want to see my homie happy because I know you're a Broncos fan. Almost like with him with Philly. Whenever Philly was there a couple of years ago, like, I ain't got no ties to Philly, but I know this fool likes Philly, and I know he's going to be crunk as fuck if Philly wins, so I'm going to root for
my homeboy to be happy type shit.
But you started that by saying you don't have a team either. In that.
I said, yeah.
So I got a team in there, and I got an anti-team in there. I got a team in the NBA, and I got an anti-team in the NBA. The anti has always been the Spurs, and my team has always been the Lakers. And I don't even know if that went hand in hand with like the purple and gold, the Miller Buck type thing. But it was literally what we grew up on. Like my older cousins were wearing them colors before I got a chance to wear them. So like, and that just became, But yeah, so I don't know. I'll be all right if the Cowboys never win in my lifetime. I'm gonna be that selfish with it. Even though they were super happy when we won, it just ended the argument for me. Because I was like, okay, you said we hadn't won none since the 90s. X that out.
So your peoples were happy for you whenever the
They
Broncos
were happy
won.
as fuck for me.
Already.
I mean, the Cowboys were nowhere to be seen. Who else are going to be happy for?
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
They ain't seen a January or February and I don't know how long.
All right, well, let's get some picks before we get up out of here. The teams that are left on the AFC is the Chiefs and the Bengals, and on the NFC it's the Eagles and who they're playing against? The Eagles and the 49ers.
Oh. Who you got?
Y'all know who I got.
Chiefs and the Eagles, man.
Yeah.
That's what you got.
I say
I thought
Patrick.
we were going all the way.
I say Patrick Mahomes and Jalen
Y'all
Hurts.
said Super Bowl picks.
Oh, like the winner, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Philly.
No,
baby.
we ain't got to pick. Not just Super Bowl pick. You ain't got to pick the winner. Who's going?
Yeah,
to
he
the Super
going
Bowl?
with Philly all the way.
Yeah, I know
anyway,
he's
so.
Philly all the way.
Man, I kind of like Mahomes.
Yeah.
But I kind of like this idea of this fucking rookie on the Niners just doing crazy shit and like blowing everybody's mind. Like, keep doing it. Like,
Yeah, hell yeah.
He finna come against the number two, the top three defensive backs in the league. He finna come see Slay and this other boy.
Yeah,
I think so. I'm going with the Eagles on that. And Patrick Mahomes' leg is fucked up for this game because he fucked his leg up this game. You know what I'm saying? But he's still played enough to win. If that nigga come on the field limping, man, that's gonna be tough because them niggas on the other side playing ball too. Burrow been looking for this shot one more time. You know what I'm saying? He remember last year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the same time, man, like I was telling somebody the other day, like I just there's something about this nigga Jalen Hurts, man, that's just phenomenal, dog. But I'm a Chargers man, you know. I mean a Chiefs man, you know what I'm saying? So that's my pick. I'm gonna pick them two, the Chiefs and the fucking Eagles, man.
Already, that's who I got too. The Chiefs and the Eagles. Hell yeah.
Man.
You still got Dallas.
I still got Dallas. I'm riding with them. Dog.
That would be. I think that would be a good. That would be a good matchup too. I think the Hurts.
Stop
versus
it.
Mahomes
That's why
would be
you
a good
can't
matchup,
have
too.
that, bro. That's why I can't let y'all have that.
But there'll be two
Like
Texas boys.
Yeah.
If you get Mahomes versus Hurts, that'll be two Texas boys.
All right.
That'll be dope as shit. Hell yeah.
Well, ain't no Texas teams in that motherfucker. I'd rather see the Oilers win the fucking Super Bowl than the Cowboys.
Oh man. I want to drove them to Tennessee.
Yeah, some McNabb. Let me get some McNabb in that motherfucker.
Yeah. Well, for sure, man. It's Riding High News episode 4, man. We about to step up out of here. Appreciate everybody who tuned in, everybody who goes back and rewatches this shit. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate all y'all, man.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, man. Appreciate y'all, man.
That's what's
Salute.
up.
Peace.
Wade Guard Supreme 361. Come fuck with us on 1501 West Point Road, man. Corpus Christi, Texas 78416.
Already.
There.
Sweet 401.
Boy, DJ Lil King, you know what I'm saying?
I was hearing him.
We still live?